Look at this gold
Start
right.
the freaking podcast, no?
What's up? What's up? What's
up,
up?
everybody? Thanks for the raid, Lady Matrix. How's it going?
Going down.
We are, in fact, the Slipknot of live streams.
Yeah. This is how we're gonna do it now. What? What'd you say?
First, you heard of Slipknot? Try Shitnot.
Ah! I can't quite hear you in this thing! Ah!
I'm in a tunnel!
No, I'm in a tunnel, mate!
Oh, man.
What is up, Twitch? What is happening?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for the raid and thank you for the follow, Impatient Nerd Girl. That's a hell of a way to start a podcast and start a stream. How's it going, everybody?
Woo.
How do you know that we were not Daft Punk?
Yeah.
You'll never know.
The dark
You
is-
will never know. Do the math. Do the math.
Yep. Do it.
Do the math.
Oh,
Duncan
ladies
is
and
now
gents.
Jason.
Yep. You say now Jason, always Jason.
Dave is
Seasonal
now
Jason. Seasonal Jason between March and May. Jason Voorhees. Right. Although this is a sweaty mask. Right, we're taking that off. That was a fun joke for a couple of minutes.
I'm
there.
feeling a wee bit warm, but I'm gonna stick it out for a wee bit longer.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Check you out.
Build up a wee sweat.
I've got mask here. Shit.
Hey, no longer the hairdresser's open, big man.
Oh man, I cannot come quick enough, and then I'll be getting this fucker sorted.
You got yourself booked in.
I have actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the date was announced, I messaged the guy and said, first available appointment, please. And he was like, and I was
September.
like, new haircut coming out September.
Oh, what we
Sounds
drinking
good.
tonight,
Oh, I can
fellas?
hear myself now.
Oh,
He's
there's
back.
Kyle.
Hello.
There's Kyle.
You need some more light on you, Duncan.
I need more light in me. Some people would argue I need less light in me.
Oh, we love your face here.
So you say that until you see it, and then you regret it.
Oh, hey, everybody's here. What's going on? Sorry, I couldn't see chat at all. Raven's on it. On Twitter.
On it like a bonnet.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice,
What
nice,
we all drinking
nice.
this evening? What you drinking tonight, Duncan?
I'm on a rum and coke because I
Rum
become
and Coke?
I become a pirate. A butt pirate, Dave. So
Nice.
you better stay seated.
Nice.
Coming for your ass. So,
Oh, mate.
hiya.
I'm keeping things Scottish this evening.
You drinking that jobby, aye?
Oh ho!
Oh, that
Oh
is
dear God Almighty.
1901.
A little Scottish champagne,
That's a rare vintage there, Dave.
vintage 1901.
Oh,
Oh,
Vintage 1901.
very
yeah.
fruity aroma.
I think you'll find that was a great year.
Let's get a little glass for this.
It's got a fucking champagne glass. I think
Oh,
someone's
look at
taking
that.
the piss. I
Look
think he's
at
taking the piss
that.
in it.
Oh, here we go.
Should
Here
put a
we
wee
go.
raspberry or something in there. A wee bit
Ladies
chambois.
Ladies and gents,
There we go. We can hear what's going on. now.
cheers.
Dave's drinking iron brew out of champagne glass.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Is that not good?
That's the good stuff.
Oh,
This
it is
the,
good.
I don't know if you've seen this. This is the this new thing they've released, 1901. So they've basically went back to their recipe from 1901, back to when it was the good shit. You know what I mean? When they had the cocaine and that and all that kind of stuff.
So
I
why
was
aren't you
like,
sniffing it off the table?
that'll come later, Kyle. Don't you worry.
Hey.
I'm just pouring it right in my nose.
Injecting it between his toes. right in between the toes. It's the good
This
stuff
is
right there.
yeah, all sugar, no sweeteners, nothing like that. Just fucking pure sugar.
Yep.
All the sugar.
The stuff that literally
Dreams unmade
swipes years off the end of your life.
Yes.
Dave's done it right now, ladies.
That's the
Cheers
best
to
way
that.
to
For
do
you.
it.
He's shortening his life just for the listeners.
Oh yeah.
That's the way he rolls. It's still too early for you to drink. No, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Nah,
Yeah, it is.
never too early.
It's never too early.
Unless you have responsibilities like driving, then I will not be like my colleagues and I'll say don't drink. Wait till you get home.
Yeah, wait till you get home. Drink in the car so you're already halfway smashed when you get home.
Yeah, Dave, that's anticlimactic. Dave, you've never had a problem before keeping it up.
That? Don't know what's going on tonight.
You've got the brood root. What'll happen to you?
Drinking my ginger here.
You drink all your booze out of a coffee mug. That's awesome.
I'm not actually. I need to get myself booked in for a wee barnet cut there, actually. So you get bushy at the back.
Looking a bit more ginger than last time I saw you.
Yes.
Oh, Twitch,
You've
Twitch,
been
Twitch,
drinking
what's happening?
nothing but iron brew, and that's what will happen when you drink
Yeah.
nothing but iron brew. Your hair will turn ginger.
Yep, goes right to the roots. Oh,
I'm drinking
it's Kyle.
citrusy and sessionable ale. Yeah, that's an American word.
Citrusy and sessionable.
Sessionable. That's a made-up word.
Yeah.
Session.
Somebody
What's
Google
session, gentlemen?
sessionable and see if it's real.
It's like when people started using the word Moorish. No, that's not a word.
Yeah.
You may put it in the dictionary now, but Moorish isn't a word. It's just more.
I used to use more. It used to mean moron, so certainly.
Yes.
Getting all English on us. It's a California IPA. It's blonde. I'm trying to get more Swedish, clearly. Whoa! That's a lot of bits for Infernal Laura there. Thank you very much. That's a lot. 600. Good lord. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because we got a new thing on the stream. That's why.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, we got a brand new thing.
Oh,
It's
new
an
things.
emote. So if you cheer 1,000 bits, you get. If I use the right keyboard, I get. It's me going. Fuck yeah. That Infernal Laura made. So
Nice.
yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
It's super
What a
cool.
world we live in.
Yeah, it's gonna be all over the place. Like it's everywhere, all over us.
Oh, aye.
Mm.
Oh, so
So yeah.
Twitch this evening. What we're chatting about this evening, gentlemen?
Shit,
Well,
so
I'll
far.
Tell me. I may be wrong, but you're supposed to be the captain of this ship.
Let me
And all I'm
steer
going to
us.
say is right now I can see a giant fucking iceberg and we're about to hit it. Right, so...
Here we go. Here we
I
go.
like it.
Yeah, we've been we're kind of flirting with this idea for a little while. On the podcast a wee while ago, we were thinking about doing this topic, and then I think someone mentioned it on the last Twitch stream or requested it. So we decided to lock it in for tonight's stream. So we are talking about best one album wonders, one and dones from the worlds of metal.
Yeah, the best Duncan sex life bands out there. The old one and done. No double taps from this guy. Get in, get out.
Don't say yourself
It's the
so
Hitman
short.
approach. Yeah.
What happens if I use the
Yes.
wrong keyboard? It just doesn't type. Just nothing happens. Like press all the buttons. Nothing. Sorry, keys. It's a keyboard, not a button board. Nice. Good job there.
Someone else
So yeah,
sweating
one
here.
and dones.
One and done.
and
Bands.
dones.
Is it top 5?
We went top 5.
Okay.
I've
Thank God for that.
I've
'cause
got 5.
I had a
Ish.
sinking suspicion you were going to say no. It's top 10. I was going to be screwed out of half a list.
I have 10. I have 10, but I
Only
can't
10?
order. Not ordering my 5, so I'll just do them in any order that I see fit. I went
Nice.
obscure because chances are there will be crossover between us. So I've tried to
Maybe.
go as obscure as possible while still retaining ones that actually have merit.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, that makes sense.
Yep. Up until yesterday, I had one. That's
like
right.
posh as
It's 1
fuck
o'clock
tonight,
in the
gents.
morning. What are you mixing it
You
with?
don't look posh
I'm
as
like
fuck.
fucking James Bond over here. Check this out.
You can't
Dave's
shake
having a
iron
Shaken,
brew, though.
not stirred.
You don't shake it. It goes everywhere.
Shaken, not stirred.
I have to fucking teach you how to drink iron brew
For
now.
fuck's
Wish-
sake, Duncan.
You don't fucking shake iron brew. It goes fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, initially this topic sounded fairly easy. I thought, one and done's. Yeah, piece of piss. No bother. And then I started to think about my list and I was like, wait a minute. This is more difficult than I thought because I had to research every single band to make sure they hadn't put out some sort of obscure second album.
I mean, no one's going to pick. There's not someone on this particular recording that would pick you up for making a mistake like that.
No, we don't do that on these types of recordings. Not at all. Not at all.
No mistakes ever.
Nope.
Nope.
But in saying that, looking at my list right now, it is pretty fucking outstanding. Actually, I'm not bigging myself up here, but
I was saying to Dave earlier on.
Ginger hair floating a bit.
I was saying to Dave earlier on that I am of the opinion that some of these albums are interesting that I have, but then I also think that some of these bands, do I actually still want them to be on the go? And the answer is no. I think sometimes it's like horror franchises. Sometimes you should stop with the first one.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like which one?
Sometimes.
Give us an example of one that should absolutely stopped with the first one.
Halloween.
Yeah, okay. Got
Oh,
you. Yeah.
Shots
controversial.
fired. Even though the third one's the best one.
Controversial.
Third one's the best one. None of you have seen the third one.
No, after the second one, I was like,
It's the one that doesn't have.
The third
It's the one
one.
that doesn't have
Is that the
Michael
one
Myers in it at all.
with Jason in it? What's that one again?
Oh, Dave is a cunt.
Is that Freddy Krueger?
That is Big Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger with the
Yeah,
Right,
with his hand of knobs. That's right.
hand of knobs.
Yeah, I've got so many knobs and not enough holes.
Good to see you
so
too,
it'll be a
Adra.
bit weird.
Good to see everybody. And
Yes.
kill Klee. Key
Angry
Die?
Scott,
Key Dodge? Is that someone we know?
That is someone we know.
A...
Is it?
Someone we used to know. No, it's John, is it not?
Oh, I so it is. It's my brother-in-law.
There we go.
Oh, hello,
Some
brother.
family.
So I now
amazing.
have to instantly tone back
You need to
any
behave yourself.
comments about my penis, my
And your
knob
family.
hands, my family, my criminal background history with the mafia.
This is going to be impossible for you.
Oh,
I know
man.
where the bodies are buried, Dave. I know where they're fucking buried. I know where they're buried. You ain't never finding them. No one's fucking finding them.
No,
So yeah, best of all the Bobby jokes. Yeah,
all the
start with this one. No, we'll get into it.
Bobby walks into a bar. No, I'm just kidding.
Bobby walks into a bar.
Says, ow.
I don't know. Yeah, well, he
I don't know.
speaks. What kind of fucking Bobby do you see? Like,
Speaking Bobby. Interesting.
yeah.
That's,
here we go.
Must be a Norwegian thing. Okay, so anyway,
Jesus.
You know what? You know what?
Thanks,
PDC's
Monocle, for the loudest host ever.
You know what PDCs say in Norway? Burn the church. Burn it.
oh, I'm sweating.
Already? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Getting a bit of
hilarious.
heat in here.
You know what one Bobby said to the other Bobby?
What?
Said, "Hi, how's it going?" Do you know what the other Bobby said? Oh no, a talking Bobby.
We should just do this. The whole stream. Just 3 hours of Duncan telling shit jokes.
Bobby jokes.
Oh man. Yeah. So the subject tonight is best one and done.
One and done.
One and dones. They had no second
That's on
album.
the side, like a wee side pattern.
Big Davies comb over.
What's up, Story? Father-in-law, thanks for the host.
That's a wee bit of my eyes, actually.
Yeah.
That's what it
That
feels
looks
like to have
horrible, by the
flowing
way.
hair.
You need to get rid of that. Like,
It's
please.
floating. I've got floating hairs.
Oh, have you?
I feel like I'm in an 80s new wave band.
You clearly didn't listen to many of these new wave
Oh,
bands.
there's something in my mouth now. There's something in my mouth.
I just love the idea that there's some really hairy ginger man who shaved his pubes off and attached them to that hat and kept chewing them.
And now you're
They're
wearing
in my
them.
mouth, yeah.
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 You're rubbing them up against your face.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking I might rock this on a daily basis now for work meetings and other occasions.
I'm calling bullshit on this.
That sounds like you should do it, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I
Oh,
thought
man.
so.
Yes.
Aye, so one and done, you say?
One and done.
One and done's. What's
Thanks, Wildy X.
let us know your one and done's. What's your favourite one album wonders in the chat? Let us know one album, and then that was it.
I'm gonna get duct taped to the end of the night. Same most Wednesdays end for me, Demented Raven. If they don't, I've not been doing it right.
No,
So who's gonna start this, Pish?
I don't know. I feel like I
How's the
always
chat
start. So
Monocle, Wildy X. No, they're not albums.
Right.
Wild
How is the
Yaks.
one hit determined? In which country? What level of chart? Just like if it
So,
was.
so not
yeah.
not even popular. It's just the band released one album, and then
And you heard it.
fucked off. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did what Duncan does when the bell arrives at a table. Fucks off.
He does, by the way.
Check, please.
Check,
so,
please.
like
I'm just
that
going
belt
to the bathroom
many a
in
time.
my house.
Yes. So that's the yeah. I think there's an easy way to sort this out, Dave.
Really?
Yeah, I think all three of us
Go at
should
the same
count
time.
to three. No, all three of us should count to three,
Right.
and then using the ability of the hand produce a rock, paper, or scissors, and the person that loses goes first.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors.
So we all count three. 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, or scissors. We pick
Right.
one. Now, granted, if we do this on screen, some people
paper,
might.
scissors.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
If we do this
do
on
bobbies.
screen and
How many bobbies?
someone, it's like,
Let's do Bobby fingers.
Bobby hands. If we do if we do this on screen, then someone might record it and use it as an animated GIF. I'm just saying that might happen. But I'm saying on three we do rock, paper, or scissors.
Right.
Whoever
I
loses.
don't think your brother-in-law's getting the rules of this.
Thanks, Pixie.
Devil Driver, 2003 album. John, that's not going to work.
No, it has to be bands that released. Well, unless you only recognise that as being one album. Right. Like they didn't release anything after that.
Nothing else.
How drunk is Duncan tonight? Not more than usual.
Duncan's had like a sip. This is what I'm like. Sadly, this is what I'm like all the time. So sorry.
Monocle
Right, so we're
suggestion
gonna
isn't
do-
metal. You're taking after me there. Mentioning
Right,
David Bowie.
here we
in
go.
a metal
Right, so
podcast.
on three. On three.
What we're doing,
Right,
Bobbies
ready?
or rocks or what we're doing?
Rock,
Right, so
paper,
rock, paper,
scissors,
scissors.
lizard, spark.
What?
I don't know the rest. Right.
That's a Norwegian thing.
Right, ready. One.
1,
two,
2. Oh, come
three.
on, you're lagging there. You're lagging.
Well, who is?
You.
What? I did
Come
the
on.
count. Right, ready.
Here,
Right,
You
ready.
want the drummer? The one in the drummer to count.
Right, you do the count then, Dave. You do the. Come on.
You ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
That's a good one, Andrew.
1, 2, 3.
Dave, I can't see your hand.
Sorry.
Right, so Kyle beats both of us, so Kyle's out of this. Kyle's safe. So it's
Alright.
between me and you now, Dave.
I thought he won.
If any-
Alright,
if
okay.
any-
No.
Yeah, if I win, I don't have to go
Definite.
first.
All right, okay.
Right, so
I'm
between
going
me
to
and
go
you,
first
Dave.
here. aren't
Thanks,
we?
Ducky, for the host.
Right, ready? Dave.
Okay.
do the count.
This should be a lot easier. Right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm going
Oh.
first.
If you say anything
gonna-
that's on my list, I'm kicking you out.
You're gonna wish that didn't happen, guys. That's right, because Duncan's gonna take your best picks from your lists. Son of
Ducky, good to see
bitches. Can lick my crop circled nipple. Okay,
All right.
it's what they're like
Alright,
just
Duncan.
now. I've been
All right.
what-
All right.
yeah.
Did you Google
on then.
blind faith, or is that something you know about?
Blind. Faith.
Not that anyone asked, but my top currently smells like Lynx, Africa, and tit sweat. So
Oh, I'm so horny right now. Okay.
Thanks, Kill
Right.
Dodge, for following.
let's
You did not Google blind faith. I'm making a joke. Terry.
right. So I'm going obscure. I'm going with
Okay,
the one
okay.
that I actually had first. Like this is the
Alright.
first one that came to mind straight away. I was like,
Okay.
that is my pick. No one else is going to have it.
Okay.
So
Confidence. I like it.
I love the fact that I'm being quoted. I always get the worst quotes. Always the worst quotes. Never the
One-liners.
ones that I want, but always the worst ones. Right, so the first one I picked is from 2000.
Right,
It was a
right.
Roadrunner Records release.
Oh, right.
And this had been hyped for a while that they were finally going to get a proper full release. Roadrunner was going to put them out. They were going to be the big thing. Kerrang were promoting them. Metal Hammer were promoting them. It was on all the channels. It was on Super Rock back in the day. All these places, for lack of a better word, pumping this band.
It's a shame it wasn't King 810.
Pushing it quite a bit. And
what a disappointment.
Sorry, Duncan.
Sorry.
the band was called Downer, and their album was called Downer. And everyone will remember, "This is the last time I will fail you."
Oh,
Fucking amazing song. Yeah, it was going to be huge. The album is fucking great, like front to back, an amazing album. Roadrunner put it out. Roadrunner did not put them on tour. Band folded like fuck. Folded like what I would like to say a paper mache house being pissed on. But just kind of caved in on itself. And a giant, like, pissy paper mache mess. It's a kind of, it's got grungy influences. It's kind of punky. Amazing melodies. The guys' vocals are phenomenal. They're kind of like a higher pitched Pete Steele. The album amazingly produced. It's just a fucking phenomenal album, and I tell you right now, what's even more upsetting is Roadrunner do that thing with those bands that are like that, where they never put them out on a streaming site. Yep. So you are not going to really be able to listen to Downer unless, one, you go onto YouTube, where someone has handily put that whole album up there, or two, actually try and see if you can get your hands on a physical copy of it. And that's the problem, that, you know, unless you bought one back in the day, you ain't getting a physical copy, because Roadrunner ain't putting out anymore. So this band is consigned to the eBays of the world now, essentially, until such times as they eventually get something out on some sort of platform. But the album was called Downer, the band were called Downer. It is a fucking amazing album, like really easy listen, really great melodies. Anyone wants a copy, speak to me. I have it digitally.
I will talk to you after the stream.
So yes, you will speak to me.
Also
It's great. It's just a brilliant album. And,
it's a downer. You can't get a physical copy.
Oh, nice.
My brother-in-law, ladies and gents. My brother-in-law. That is there. Hitting it at the park. Hitting it at the park. Go on yourself, John.
Hitting it well inside the bounds of the park.
Right in there. But yeah, that was my first pick, and it was instantly the one I thought of, because they are one of the few bands on my list that when I heard them, I was like, that. See, their second album is going to be fucking amazing. And Roadrunner was like, yoink. Not for you, Duncan. So yeah, Downer by Downer in the year 2000. In fact, a lot of mines are about 2000, 2005. The heyday of new metal. So yeah, that's my first pick.
Nice.
Downer by Downer.
Nice. I only remember that song, to be honest. I can't remember much else about that album.
You're out of coffee, get more. Sorry.
But I will look forward to listening to that legal copy you have for me.
That you'll send us in
It
the
is
mail.
a legal copy.
Yes.
By legal, you mean stripped from the internet? Then yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. That's kind of shit. It's not on streaming platforms though.
Yes. Well, no. Trust me. There's one of them, which I imagine is on your list, and if it's not on your list, then we have made a mistake here. May or may not be the intro music to that podcast, which is also not on streaming sites. So,
yeah.
We'll say no more about that.
Say no more.
So that's me. Right.
Okay.
So you're next, Dave, because Kyle won.
So
Only time in my life I've been a winner. I'm quite happy right now.
Nice.
Kyle's had the time of his life. I'm not going to go any further with that.
No, because I don't want a DMCA strike.
That's the least of your worries tonight, Kyle.
I know.
Just wait till I got my second glass.
That's all we get out of tonight. I'll be very happy. The only time. Oh, you guys are too much.
Right, Dave.
Okay, so yeah, I'm kicking this off with probably the most obvious choice. As Duncan said, we use a lot of their music for our podcast and also on our YouTube videos.
Fucking love them.
They are a Canadian metal band called Cyanotic. And
spell it, Dave.
Cyanotic, Cyanotic.
Use it in a sentence, please.
Cyanotic are the band that provided us with the theme music to Metal Epidemic.
Like,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
If you do Google Cyanotic, you will probably get some sort of weird electronic trance band.
Yeah.
No,
not
thank
the same band.
Not the same band. Although for a while I thought they'd went completely.
It's not
electronic
Raven, but it
and-
absolutely could be Countdown. Next time
could
next month we're going to be doing Countdown versus Metal Epidemic.
Yes.
We
Well,
could
Metal
do,
Epidemic does Countdown.
Yes.
We could do Metal Epidemic does countdown where we countdown.
Dong. Dong.
Countdown is a vampire penis. I want to feel your crevice.
Countdown.
Countdown.
Good.
Hey. Yeah, countdown. We could just pick bands and then do anagrams from them and then do the countdown thing.
Let's do
What
that,
did
yeah.
you call me?
Countdown.
I am not, and I
Countdown,
have not. Thank you very much.
Countdown. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, Cyanotic anyway. They put out an album in 2004 called Tragedy Plus Time Equals Comedy. And sadly, their only album.
It's so fucking good as well.
Can't tell you how gutted I am about that.
It's
It is
such a good album.
It is a front to back banger of an album. It has got groove riffs for days and days. The guitarist is an absolute monster of a player. Every track has a big riff or a really cool groove on it, or a big melody that will just get stuck in your head afterwards. Really kind of dynamic album, plenty of little intricacies and tempo changes. Just very well written.
Bass drum work, Dave. Let's not forget the bass drum work. That guy's feet are a computer,
Amazing.
and not
Amazing.
the computer that Kyle doesn't like. The computer that Kyle does like.
All right.
So
All right.
as in, it's not. Well, it's before people started using that technique as much as they do now. So you know he played on it.
No.
We know he played on the album. It's like I fucking hear him.
We know he played on the album because he sent Dave an Instagram message. That's a joke for behind the scenes at Metal Epidemic.
I'm going to start.
HQ.
I'm going to save them up actually.
You should.
Maybe
You should
at
make
the
a
end of the year we'll
collage.
read them all out.
At the end of the
Yeah.
year, like, oh yeah, these guys,
Yeah.
of all the bands that played on the album, these ones were time aligned.
Yeah, these are. I'd like to give context for people that don't know and a quick overview. If you've ever checked us out on YouTube, the new thing at the moment is what I like to call the Dream Killer rant. It's when Kyle strips down exactly why there's a computer playing the drums and not a human. And then what I love about it is that bands watch the videos now and are messaging Dave, who hosts the YouTube page, to say, no, there was a real drummer on that. Please tell that man that said I didn't play on this album. I did play on this album. It's just the producer time-aligned it.
And there's
So.
the problem.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so, like Dave's just like, it wasn't me.
Yeah, to be honest, the worst one's about to drop, so I can just imagine what's going to happen when that one drops.
I can't wait. I hope they send me a message personally. We're like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm going to put your email on the post that goes out on social media.
He's going to put the
Kyle's
thing.
email,
The
Twitter
the
handle.
opinions expressed on this
Instagram.
video are that of Kyle Sevenoaks and not of Metal Epidemic at whole. So anyway, Dave, sorry, Cyanotic.
Cyanotic,
Tragedy-
yeah. Debut album. For a debut album, like, it's utterly brilliant. They really knew what they wanted to do and what they wanted to do with their sound. They just absolutely nailed it. I don't think they really got the recognition they deserved for releasing such a fucking amazing album.
I don't think it was on a big record label. I think it was on like a small indie label. I don't even know how we got a copy of it. I remember you buying it and then giving me a shot of it, and I was like, "That, this is fucking amazing."
Yeah,
and
they self-released it first, actually. I think they self-released it in 2003, and then it got like a release in 2004 on a small label. But after it got released, they toured with Mudvayne, Disturbed, Damage Plan,
sense.
Devin Townsend. Like they actually went on a bit of a tear afterwards on the kind of touring front. So they were definitely on like a path to doing big things. They even recorded a second album.
Dave's spoken
But-
to the guy. That's how we
Yeah.
know. Dave tracked him down. He lives in a wooden fucking cabin in the middle of nowhere, Canada, and Dave managed to track him down. It was like a scene from a movie. Dave was hiking up the hill like that, snow's everywhere, wolves are trying to eat him and shit like that.
Snow on my beard.
Yeah. And there's a wee guy outside playing guitar, just on his wooden cabin playing guitar. And Dave's like, "Where's your second album?" He's like, "It's written, Dave. I've never released it." And Dave's like, "Alright, I'm just gonna go home now." I have to hike back, get a plane.
I don't work for Metal Sucks. I work for Metal Epidemic.
That's right.
When we were about to drop our first podcast, I messaged the guy's name's Conan. He's a vocalist of Cyanotics.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
It's the coolest fucking band ever, honestly.
Really and I said to him, "Listen, we're dropping this podcast. It's brand new. I'm looking for some intro music, and the first thing I thought of was Cyanotic. Any chance we can use it?" And he was like, "Yes, absolutely. Use whatever you want."
Oh, we're getting raided, Dave. Dave, we're getting raided.
Fucking raiding.
Raiding?
We're getting raiding.
Raiden wins.
Raiden
Flawless
wins.
victory. Friendship. Remember the friendship ones. No, you can't speak because the cow's a bit happy in the cave, is he not? Is that what happens when we get raided? No, there's no cave. There's a cave, Kyle.
Okay.
Where's the
Where's
cave?
the cave?
Well, I gotta say thanks to there's only one Elvis. That's the name of the person that raided us. So.
Well, sorry, you say that, but Danzig would disagree. So
He might well do that. Elvis has entered the building and the stream. Thank you very much for that raid. Do you want to see the raid response? Everybody wants to see the raid response.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very raid.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I was gonna go in and, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Actually, I don't think Danzig had the worst.
should have seen us.
It's where the bodies are buried, doesn't it, Kyle?
Yeah. Yes, you should have seen us trying to record it. There were like joggers jogging by every 10 minutes, and I've got my phone out with the song on that's playing so I can get it in time. And the guy, the cinematographer, stood there like, this isn't awkward at all, is it? No, with a fucking light rig and a massive camera, and I'm just like going with an unplugged guitar in the middle of a tunnel, and this ladies jogging past, just looking at us, going, yeah. This is a thing that's happening, and I no doubt they went home that night. And you never guess what I saw in the tunnel. You know that tunnel down the road? 2 fucking weirdos were in there with a guitar.
Yes, Raven. Iron Brew does grow your hair. It's miracle.
Yeah, I told you when they come back, they would get a shock.
Metal Epidemic, sponsored by Iron Brew. Miracle hair growth. Fucking in my eyes. Where was I?
Someone to grow in your eyes.
Fucking dropping stuff all over the place. Yeah, anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, contacted them. They were like, fucking yes, go ahead, use all the music you want. Happy to hear that someone's a big fan. And then he actually did share with me a couple of tracks that they'd recorded for the second album, and I was just like,
give us
guys,
please give us it.
You need to, but
and nowadays you can just do that shit. Look at Sonic Flower. Sonic Flower is like, we did something 20 years ago. Here's it here, and both me and Kyle gave it 5 stars. Now, granted, 5. Kyle has only given 5 stars out once this year, and that was the Sonic Flower and nothing else. But yeah, that's what you do. You just put it back out. Yes, John. Yes, John's got it now. Sanctity. Yes. 1 album, 1 and done. They released 1 album on Roadrunner, surprisingly enough. On nice. Roadrunner, and then
but a lot of that
disappeared. Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's about 3 Roadrunner bands on my list. Yep. Used to buy up bands. Used to get like bands to stop them going to other labels, then release 1 album and bury them. Because this is why Roadrunner sucks.
Buried. In the tunnel.
Buried.
Tunnel.
In the
Yeah,
tunnel,
so I have been lucky enough to hear a couple of tracks from that album, and it was fucking amazing. But the band all kind of fragmented, and the drummer moved away, and he did this. He did
See you
say
later,
that.
Laura. It's good to see you. Have fun at
If,
work.
bye. He did say that. You laughing at?
It was the most Valley Girl bye ever with a ginger fringe. Bye. What the fuck is going on with you? Bye.
I need to get this shit out of my eyes, man. I can't see anything.
Just take the hat off.
Just fold that up a wee bit. Will that
Release
work?
the
There we
dome,
go.
boys, release the dome.
There we go. So, so
Looks like, honestly, your hair right now looks like a ginger samurai helmet. It's the most amazing thing I've ever fucking seen.
it looks like one of those nacho hats, you know, the ones that put the
Yeah.
dip in the middle. and you just eat the
Nacho man.
Rock Metal Nation.
I
over there.
wanna be this nacho man.
nacho. Flexing.
See that man over there? He is Nacho Man.
Yep,
Nacho Dave.
that's right. What happens when someone tries to take a piece of your cheddar? You tell them it's nacho cheese. Nacho cheese.
I like it. I like it. I'll drink to that, Duncan.
Yep. Dad jokes coming thick and fast tonight.
Nice.
Like my semen.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
I even choked myself there, honestly.
Disgusting.
Absolutely. Kyle put the disclaimer at the start, so we're fine.
Did he? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That one was really in your face.
Yeah. Oh,
went
that's
honest-
what she said. That's what she said.
And like that drink went on my nose here, it was pretty fucking horrible.
Christ.
Oh,
I'm gonna spit all over my tech here. It's not the
the,
worst my tech
You
seen.
made Pixie sigh. That's
You are welcome.
Pixie's like, do you want me to stab him?
We're going to lose Duncan very soon. I'm going to be in a tunnel, Kyle's tunnel, buried. Anyway, Dave, Cyanotic. Here's a question for you, Dave.
yeah.
How, as a casual listener of metal, hi, I'm casual listener Duncan, how can I get Cyanotic's album?
Well, funny story. It's not really, but there's no Cyanotic on digital streaming platforms, none whatsoever. You can get some really shitty quality versions of it on YouTube, the odd track here and there. You can buy like obscure copies of it on like eBay and stuff for like 30 quid, which is just ridiculous. Or you can speak to a guy. Speak to a guy that has a copy, digital copy, and could, you know,
I've got a feeling we're going to have a metal epidemic
in fact, that-
Google Drive where we just put things that people can get access to that they can't get
let me
anywhere else.
just check this. Let me just check something.
What are
I
you doing,
think-
Dave? Apart from derailing the show. Stop checking your phone.
I hate
Just-
speaking
just-
to
this is-
guys. No
this is-
deal.
This is important. Can
Well said, Pixie.
I post links in this thing,
Which thing?
Ooh.
this chat thing?
Yeah.
No, it's not Duncan's favourite websites or anything like that. I mean, like just a Google Drive link.
Hey,
Do you know what my favourite website is, Dave?
I know what it is.
If not, put it
What
in
is it? Say it
Discord.
on show. Come on then, Dave. What is it?
If not, you can put it in Discord.
It's not safe for
Either
Oh,
the
it's
one,
not safe for work.
either my Discord or that other Discord you've been talking about.
That's actually a good point, Dave. We could actually just upload these right now as we're talking about them, and people in here can actually get them, as opposed to that's a fucking smart move. I'm gonna do that. Right. Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay,
I'm gonna get a tan.
see if that works. I've put a link in the chat there just for ease because we're all here. See if
so
that
bright,
works.
by the
That
way.
should be a link to the Cyanotic album. It's fucking awesome if you haven't heard it. And that is my number one pick because we use their music. We love their music. More people should hear their music. So
Cyanotic
There
are
you go.
legitimately the tits.
Thank
So
you.
now we are swinging to the Dream Killer.
oh, Kyle, what you got for your number one pick?
Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me with your best shot.
See?
For a
See,
group
this
of
is-
guys that
this
like
is-
metal so much, we don't sing that much of it.
Oh, the sugar.
It's very difficult to to make a joke with metal lyrics, to be honest with you, unless they're about shagging. So
The Dream Killer is a pretty cool name. I'm thinking about changing all of my social media to the Dream Killer.
The reason we call him the Dream Killer is because me and Dave will be on a recording and we'll be like, this is one of the best albums I've heard this year. Musically, it is tight as fuck. It's tighter than an unsnatch. I'll tell you right now, this is legitimately genre-defining, earth-changing, life-affirming. Kyle, what did you make of it? And Kyle's like, and then I'm like, the Dream Killer has struck again, ladies and gents. The Dream Killer has struck it. Look, hide your wives, hide your kids. Dream Killer's coming up in this bitch.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
What is your first one, Kyle?
My first pick of this topic, let's say that, is it's from Sweden.
Oh.
They had a link on MySpace. Once,
back in the day.
time. It was released in 1996. It was very progressive, mathy kind of metal. Of course, it was metal. I'm not doing a David Bowie this time. And it had a couple of guest musicians. It had a church organ, which is fantastic because I love church organ. And the name of it is Frederick Torendal's Special Defects.
Oh, what a man! What a man! Out of nowhere. Do you see how he did that? He did that as if it was nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, that's got a church origin.
Yeah.
Church origin? It's got a church origin.
Church origin.
Origin of the origin of the church. Apparently when Jesus was hung, fucking battered to a cross.
Okay.
Where did that happen? Kyle, keep speaking.
I don't know what else to say.
Frederick Thorndal, though.
Yeah, what a musician, man. He's just insane no matter what he does. And this one, he just pulled it right. And this one was actually knocked out of the park as unbelievably, what? It's still progressive, still math. You can tell it's Meshuggah in there somewhere, but it's what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Love it. It's great.
That,
no, we can't
the
use
video
it as
they
an
released. The live video they released with
That's absolutely brutal as fuck, Pixie. That's like the most brutal thing that's ever been said to me.
I like it. Did you ever watch the video what they did with what's the drummer's name? Can't remember. The track they did, is it Soul Niger Within or something like that?
You made that up.
Oh, yeah, probably. They did a kind of live video of it. It's fucking unbelievable.
Dirk Verburen? No. Morgan.
No, it wasn't Dirk. No.
No, I don't know.
Who?
Morgan
It was like
Organ.
it could have been.
Yeah.
Did it have it like a wee kind of like Afro type thing?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Think
Like Bob Ross a wee bit.
Just gonna put
Gonna
a
put a
wee little friend down here. A nice little drum.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
That's that downer link in there for anyone that wants it.
Oh, downer. I am. Click.
Downer.
Click me a downer.
Very good.
Oh, look at that!
Let's
Right
hope
in the
this
chat.
stream isn't a downer.
This is where it's happening tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Free music.
I actually like this idea. We should have planned this in advance, that we sourced the albums and put them up here for people to, rather than say, here's this album you should really listen to. You can't find it anywhere though, and it'll cost you a fortune. So.
Yeah. No, this one was great.
I think.
1996 though, and then they broke up in 2010, and it was like, all right,
One album.
one album.
Ahead of their
One
time,
album.
man. Ahead of their time.
Well, I mean, they're in Meshuggah, of course they fucking were.
Yeah. Big Freddy.
Okay, right.
Like
it. At the moment, two are off my list because Dave picked one that I had. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
What?
I'm just gonna do it because I know it's on your list, Dave. At
Oh, is
least.
it? Really?
It might be
Think
on
you know me?
Kyle's
You
list.
think you know me? You think you know me?
Yeah, well, technically, they had an EP out after this, but that EP was the band's name in reverse. And it was with a different singer because the singer sadly died. Snot!
Oh.
And
I
the
didn't put it on
album
my
is
list.
Get Some from 1997.
Yeah.
This one you will have no issue getting your hands on. It's on all the streaming sites. And it is legitimately fucking amazing.
Really?
Like, this is one of these ones where you listen to the album and you instantly think this band could have been the next big thing. Like, genuinely could have been the next big thing. It was kind of funk, new metal, bit of punk in there as well. The singer Lynn Strait sadly passed away. Well, I say passed away. He was in a car crash, passed away. Him and his dog, his wee bulldog, who's on the front of the fucking album. They were about to become the next big thing. They played, what do you call that festival? The big one that toured America, Ozfest.
Shit, really?
Yeah, they played Ozfest that year, and they were going to be. Apparently, the show was fucking amazing. The album was received incredibly well, and he died in a car crash. So the band essentially split up at that point, which I would argue is the right thing to do. But then this is where things get like so fucking bizarre. The band split up, but the band went on and became other bands essentially. One of the guitarists went and joined Seven Dust. He's still in Seven Dust. The bass player and the other guitarist went away and formed Amen, the Californian anarchist punk outfit fronted by Casey Chaos, who have 2 fucking amazing albums. So they went off and did that. The drummer, I want to say, went off and joined, was it Presidents of America or President? Can't remember the name of the band. He went off and drummed for them.
States.
That's it. I think he went off and drummed for them. So yeah, they all went off and went into other musical projects that were successful.
Nice.
But
That's pretty good.
that album, Get Some by Snot, is so I can't honestly. So good. Production, fucking stellar. Vocals, he's got like this gravelly, gritty sort of tone, but he's not scared of letting that go melodic. And some of the best moments on the album are when they're just doing like a funk jam. Just so fucking good. Snot, Get Some, 1997. Check it out. That is my second pick.
We saw them.
Get some
they toured,
snot.
Yeah, they toured
We
Glasgow,
saw them
they toured
as
the UK.
we saw them as Tons when they reversed the band name and they got what's his face, Tommy Vex, who's in the news all the fucking time now. I can't
Tommy
look at a
Vex?
Metal Public. Was it?
No, it wasn't Tommy Vex.
Who was
It
the
was a
singer?
guy with long dreadlocks that got. I remember because I took photos of them. No,
Did
it
he not
wasn't
join the
Tommy Vex.
band? Tommy Vex joined the band at some point.
Maybe it did. He wasn't on that tour we saw him with though.
Cool. I want to say he was on the recording though, the EP they did.
Could have been.
I want to say he was on that because he was in it and then he fucked off, and then he's been in 3 bands since, and he's fucked off at all those bands.
Yeah.
And every time I open any metal publication, his names get mentioned. I think he's just left a band that he was in to start his own solo project now, so whatever. But yeah, we saw them, and I mean,
in
they were
fact, you interviewed Mikey, did you know? The guitarist.
yes, I did. Yeah, Mikey Dooling.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really like your album. No, get some. It's really
Good live. Really good live, actually.
They were fucking. But think about the musicians in the band, though.
Yeah.
The musicians are guys from Seven Dust and Amen. Of course, they're fucking good.
Yeah.
So they were amazing live. Amazing live. So yeah, as one of most of the albums that will be mentioned today, don't want to steal anyone's thunder. If you get a chance, because it's on streaming sites, go and check out Snot.
Snot.
Yep. If you want to listen to something which works sometimes and doesn't work other times, you can listen to Straight Up, the tribute album featuring all sorts of metal musicians recording over previously not recorded Snot songs. You have the likes of Max Cavalera, Corey Taylor, Ozzy Osbourne, Jonathan Davis. That's where we get it from. That's where we get our new album coming out September. Fred Durst is on it.
Yeah.
And it is the worst intro ever because he manages. He's like that. What was it? He goes, "This song's dedicated to Lynn Snot, Limp Bizkit forever." And you're like, "This is a tribute album, Fred. Let's not mention Limp Bizkit." I mean, let's not promote our band on the album celebrating the death of a musician.
Fred's like, "I'm sorry, I can't hear over all the drugs I've had."
Literally says, and that's what the joke was that we imagined we heard them say it's not Limp Bizkit forever. New album coming out September. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
Fred,
Dave,
it's not good, is it?
Fred,
No, that
it's
wasn't
not
good.
good. I like your
Although
style.
the track that
Angel
that
song, Seven
Lejeune
Dust.
did, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, which they then released on their own album. So it's a Seven
Yeah.
Dust song. So
It was good. Okay, my number 2. I am going British for my number 2 pick.
Oh god, I'm out of it.
An English band that released their only album in 2009.
all right, not the one I was thinking.
The band was fronted by a guy called Richard Carter, who is the younger brother of Frank Carter from the Gallows and Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. The band is Black Hole, and their album Dead Hearts. They toured with fucking everyone, like, because Richard was Frank's younger brother. I think there's a third brother. I think Steph was also in the Gallows. There's 3 of them. He basically managed to get in with loads of different kind of people, and ended up touring
Fucking
with,
good.
like,
I totally forgot about them. That's such a fucking good album.
it's
as
fucking
well.
amazing. They toured with Cancer Bats, they toured with Every Time I Die, Johnny Truant, Ghost of 1000. They were touring all over the place. And then they got together with Colin Richardson, who is producer. He's worked with like fucking Machine Head, Sepultura, Fear Factory, Chimera, Cannibal Corpse. That fucking works like all the big bands. And with him, they put out an absolute banger of an album called Dead Hearts in 2009. It does kind of pull in influences from bands like The Gallows and Every Time I Die and Ghost of 1000. And after it was released, they kind of exploded. Like, they ended up playing Sonosphere, Download, Slam Dunk, all the fucking festivals. They toured. And then they toured with, who's that? The big band they toured with? Under Oath.
Really? Wow.
What was the other one? The British one, Devil Sold His Soul, fucking Your Demise, loads of bands, but they were on the go for a while touring after the album came out, and then in 2010 they split up,
They just
which was
that's it.
pretty gutting because they had so much potential from that first album was so good. And then in 2016 Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes were touring the UK. They were playing at the Cat House. Duncan interviewed Frank Carter. And
One of my
lo and
favourite
behold-
interviews ever.
That's awesome.
And one of my favourite. He's fucking a legend.
Yeah, that was awesome. But lo and behold, who did they bring with them on tour in the UK? Fucking Black Hole pulled them out of retirement for the UK tour. Me and Duncan saw them at the Cat House with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, and it was fucking amazing. I never saw them live, but I loved that album. And then we got to see that gig, which was unbelievable. Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes were amazing. I always remember their set because for the encore, they pulled all their gear off the stage of the Cat House and they set it up in the middle of the main floor, and they played the last like few songs down on the floor next to the rest of the crowd.
Didn't the guitarist go on someone's shoulders and get walked around the Cat House? Am I making that up?
Possibly. I know Frank Carter, he ended up in the bar at the other end of the
Yeah,
venue.
it was.
he had the
doing
kind
his
of
thing.
lead, the mic lead wrapped around his neck at the other, because I took photos of him up in the bar at the other end of the venue. And then after that tour, they did kind of tease like they might be coming back, they might be doing something else, but then everything just went quiet. The last I heard was about 2017 or something like that. They
Well,
posted on social
interesting you
media.
should say that, Dave, and I don't want to throw a spanner in the works, but according to iTunes, they have a 2018 album.
2018?
2018. While you were talking, I didn't want to stop you, but I just wanted to reminisce. According to iTunes, they have an album called Waste of Time from 2018.
That can't be. They've not done anything since.
Waste
Not
of
done anything.
Time by Black Hole.
Must be a different band. Look, if you have a look at their socials, there's nothing on their social media since 2017.
I will do something.
The
Honestly,
look
if
of
you-
doubt.
Have a look at their Wikipedia. It's the only album that's listed on Wikipedia. Is Dead Hearts.
Listen, we're talking about Black Hole, and I've just remembered who they are, so I'm over the moon. I'm over the
Did you listen to that? What does it sound like, that music? Did you play
Let's
it?
find out right now. Let's press this mother. Hold on a second.
And mute because I can't play that on my stream.
It's metal, Dave. Could be. Could be. I just remembered we can't play music. We can post music, but we can't play it.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. It went.
What was that album? What was that album called?
It's fucking
The
Iron
album is
Maiden.
called Waste of Time.
released.
And I'm now so excited because I've just not only realised it was a band that I'd forgotten about, but I now think they might have a second album. Maybe not the same members, Dave. Anyway, Black Hole, first album, really fucking good. Maybe their only album. Dave will find out, but really fucking good. Check it out, Black Hole. Black Hole, son, won't you come?
All right, cool.
This is the bit where everyone like. This is kind of post-recording research, Dave.
I can find absolutely nothing about it apart from that iTunes thing that you've just showed me. There's nothing on Google about it at all. Nothing.
Weird. It's maybe not the same band. We'll say it's not. For the purposes of tonight, they only released one album, and it's fucking a banger. And Dave's right.
Hold on.
Dave's going down. He's doing the rabbit hole. Don't go down the rabbit hole, Dave. We'll never
Well,
come back.
there's a Black Hole on Spotify, but it's a different band that has that
There
album.
we go. There we are. It's a different band. Dave,
two Black
you know
Holes.
what? We call that moment in the recording hashtag vindication. Vindication.
I'm sweating.
for Dave. No, what? You're wearing a hat underneath your Big Davey, two hats.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
posh
aye.
is Dave? You can afford
Two
to wear
hats.
two hats. Right, so Black Hole. What was the name of the album again? Tell them.
Dead Hearts.
Dead Hearts. Check it. It is a really fucking great album, and it's on streaming sites, unlike the
Yeah.
previous two.
Yep.
Kyle.
Okay. Kyle.
Hi, I'm here too. Yes. That's a
Your
good
next
choice.
one?
I have never heard of them before. Black Hole.
Oh, you'll love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, kind of punk rock, hardcore punk rock.
Yeah.
Really good. It's a really good album.
He is a chip off the old block. He's very much in the same kind of lane as his brother. Maybe less self-harmish. He didn't throw himself into fucking concrete walls or any shit like that.
No.
But still, like, their live show was fucking nuts. It's like watching like Bottled Anarchy. So,
Oh, nice. Cool.
Kyle, what you got for us? Come on, throw
All
a
right.
curveball.
This
You've
is
got one. I
an-
can tell. Look at his cheeky face.
I got one. I got a good one. I hope. Oh. This band was formed in 2006. It broke up in 2010. They have a 4-year lifespan. They had previously played in a band before, but then they reformed to become their own thing. The vocalist sadly died about 11 years ago. That's why they broke up. Yeah, I could just come out and say it, but yeah, everybody needs to. Yeah, no, the band is Heaven and Hell. Ronnie James Dio, Tony Iommi, Richie Blackmore. Yeah, yeah, you see. Sorry, not Richie Blackmore, Geezer Butler. So yeah, previous Black
It's
Sabbath
a very
members.
strange demand. It's a very strange demand from
Yep.
the crowd here. Geezer Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, so no,
Check,
they were the
please.
previous Black Sabbath, and but then formed their own band and came out with the one album, which is fucking amazing, and I listen to it all the time, and I had to put them in because I'm like, yeah, they actually only had one album because poor old Ronnie died. He suffered a great deal with stomach cancer and died in 2010. So Hash, what's up? What's going on?
Is that 11 years ago now?
Yeah, I know. I remember the day I found out. I was like, no, Dio's dead. Dio is the first concert I ever went to as a young teenager. Alice Cooper and Dio with Orange Goblin. It was amazing.
I'll fucking love Orange Goblin
Yeah.
as well. Oh, man.
Yes, Starry, we can. After stream, can we get a list of the top 5 bands from this topic in the Metal Epidemic channel or something? Yes, we can. Absolutely.
Yes.
We will do that
Yes,
for
we'll
you.
do that. And we'll also invite people to a new thing Dave set up.
Ooh. Coming soon. Well,
It's more things I need to follow and do.
Yes, you fucking
Dave.
do.
I mean, it's just this stage.
yeah. So just details. In fact, let's just break the details.
Let's do it.
Discord server, Metal Epidemic, starts tomorrow. It is for all things metal, for chatting, for albums, for fucking recommendations, for reviews, the whole lot.
Naked pictures of Duncan. That's on a private channel, though. Invite only.
It should all be safe for work, Duncan.
I'll Are they?
Except that channel.
I've seen the pictures, and I've
Except
got
that
to tell
channel.
you, something came up. It was
Yeah.
vomit.
Something came up and it was huge.
Yeah.
Sophie,
Hashtag
from,
only Duncan's.
you know
Could
what?
you imagine? Only Duncan's is the sort of website that would get nothing. Like nothing at all. Like no subscribers, no money. In fact, the only thing it would get is condemnation and shame. Lots and lots of shame.
That should be a,
so
there'd be a
yeah.
sign from the rest of the world, like, this site is condemned.
Be the first. It's the first time. It would actually be the first thing that would cause the internet to go. Have we went too far?
Yeah. Just because we could, didn't think if we should.
Not because we should.
Yeah.
That's Jeff. Yeah, it's just Jeff Goldblum on lip. Duncan. Finds a way. Yes, I do.
There's a link to the Metal Epidemic Discord. Click it. Get in there.
Join it.
Fuck it.
It's up early. It's up
Early
early.
adopters. Early adopters.
Fuck
Do
it.
it. Don't know.
This is what happens when you come to the stream. You get free albums and early access.
Yeah. And lots
Oh, yeah.
of Dave.
So this is the first time I've done this in terms of the Discord server. So if there's anything that looks shit or isn't set up correctly, then someone let me know.
Yeah. And he'll fix it because I'm teaching him how.
Yes,
Dave will fix it.
Dave will fix
Fix
it.
it for you. Dave will
Not
fix
like
it for
Jim,
you.
Not
And
like
you
Jim.
and
No,
you
not like
and
Jim.
ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Now then, can David fix it for you? He's missing the big cigar. Well, let's not go any further. But yeah, he's got it. Lift it up. Drink out the big cigar.
Big cigar.
Look. Now then.
He had a bit of a side shed, didn't he? One of these numbers.
Oh, dude, you're just dressing like a paedophile right now. What you doing?
Nolan.
Like, abort the mission. Abort the mission.
This is the infamous brown stallion.
Yeah. That's what Dave's drinking out of, and that's why we
not.
ridicule him. Right.
I'm not. I'm drinking out my very
Oh, champagne flute.
elegant
Flute.
champagne flute with this
She's
orange
flute.
nectar.
Yes, right. So I think so Heaven and Hell.
Heaven and
And
hell.
once again, I imagine that's not going to be difficult to source online.
No, that is available everywhere, and it's worth a listen because it's like everything that Ronnie, James Dio, and all the other guys wanted to do in Black Sabbath but were never allowed to, and so they were just let free and set loose, and it's amazing. And I listen to it all the time. It's fucking great. It's Dio, yeah. I mean, Dio. Come on, how can you go wrong with Dio? If you haven't heard it,
Yeah.
fix your fucking life.
Can't go wrong with some Dio.
Nope. And it's got a special
Right.
place in my heart because Dio was the very first metal concert I ever went to, and it blew me away. And I'm like, I love you, dude. And he was like, I don't know who you are. Please get out of my dressing room.
It's like you were like, I love you, dude, and he was like, security.
Yeah.
So
Please restrain
yeah,
this
right.
man.
Right, let's
If
go.
anybody can hear me, send help.
Where am I gonna go? So many
Duncan.
choices. So many choices. I'm gonna go with this one that I know for a fact. Davey doesn't like. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I've got a
thanks.
feeling you don't like them. Album came out in 2000.
2000.
Surprised.
Yeah, I told you. Most of them are 2000 for me. Album came out in 2000.
Are they on Roadrunner?
No, I still listen to this album
Really?
a lot, like all the time. The singer, interestingly, she left the band, which is what ultimately she left the band. Ultimately, what kind of caused her? They tried to get a new singer in and do something else, but it never worked. But actually, it wasn't her that was the high talent, although she would have a place in the metal community. In fact, doing like the Kerrang award shows or the Metal Hammer award shows, she became a bit of a personality. Toured with bands like it would have been My Ruin at the time, because I think she'd given up doing Tour of Santana. So like My Ruin, loads of different things, big tour, and the singer was called Toby Torres, and the band she was in was Snake River Conspiracy, and their
love that
album
band.
Sonic Jihad, which is just
It's
fucking
so good.
so impeccable. And the reason it's so impeccable is they were essentially a two-piece, and the other guy wrote all the fucking music. He
Yeah.
was a producer.
And he was
That's what he did.
amazing at it. Especially for
So good at it.
2000, when the technology for what they were doing wasn't
So ahead of its
amazing.
time.
Yeah, it was incredible. And that cover.
So ahead of its
You
time.
can't talk about that band without talking about that cover.
Well, the thing is, they have a bit. This is the only downside to the album, if there is a downside to the album.
If there
it
was,
has
this
four.
would be it.
It has 4 cover songs on it. So there's a band called T-Ride, who was actually the producer on the album. So he produced the album. He wasn't the guy who wrote all the music, but produced the album. And he was in this band called T-Ride. So as a result, Snake River Conspiracy covered 2 T-Ride songs, and they do them fucking great. But they also cover The Cure
Yeah.
and The Smiths.
Yeah. And that is
How
the
Soon
best.
is now is fucking is better than the original.
It
I don't
is
care.
like
Fuck
1,000
yous,
times better than the original. I've heard another cover of it too, and I'm just like, nah, no, just nah.
Atomic Kitten.
Atomic Kitten. Like, let's not talk about what I've been listening to all day that I told
Oh,
Dave
no.
before we started. I went down a rabbit hole in 90s pop, and I almost never got back out. I was singing to Dave earlier on. I was doing Bewitched. I was doing Boys to Men. I was doing TLC. I will have no scrubs on this chat. No scrubs. It's also known as a Buster. Anyway, so yeah, Sonic Jihad. It's how I describe it. It's definitely, it's got industrial roots for sure, but it's like poppy as fuck. Like
But it's
really,
heavy
really,
too.
really, really pop. So heavy. You listen to Vulcan. And Vulcan's got that. It's got a look from the original series, the Star Trek, with the doors open.
Yeah.
So it's that noise with the doors opening in the background, but it's basic. It's like Static X riffs,
I know,
and her doing a
it's
bit of
nuts.
screaming. And she was on my wall a couple of times in poster form. Toby Torres
Dirty boy.
was a little bit something fucking amazing.
It is
all I'm gonna
happening
say.
again.
It is happening again.
This is a serious raid, a very serious raid from the serious
And we have
Jacks.
to go into the tunnel. We have to go into the tunnel.
He's a
I'm gonna
teammate
hold off on the
from Rage
main
Club.
Rage Club.
Yeah,
First rule of Rage Club is you don't talk about Rage
Kyle,
Club.
I know we're allowed
come
to
on.
talk about it.
you broke the first rule.
First rule. By the way, it's also the second rule.
The first rule of Rage Club is fucking fuck off.
So are we going? I'm going to hold my chat about Snake River Conspiracy and my finalising statements in favour of the tunnel.
You should, because the button's not working. Oh fuck, something's broken. Everything's broken. Oh no!
Press the button, Kyle. Press the button.
I pressed the button, but nothing's
Press the
happening.
button.
If you don't press the tunnel, once there was a sea.
Kieran, thank you for all the gift subs. That's it. You just gifted 5 subs because he's amazing. Thank you, Kieran.
Make everything demented, Raven. Here we go, the tunnel.
Kieran's awesome. Cowbell. All the money's Here we go, we're back. Hello, welcome back. Thank you very much, Jax of the Raid. Thank you, Kieran, for gifting those things, those subs.
you.
All that cash is going to go towards the Breathe Video fund budget. Fund.
Do it because the song's amazing. Your cover. I forgot, man. All the times we talk, and I forget to tell you this. Kyle sent it through to me, and it sounds great.
Yeah? Oh, I'm glad
It
you said
sounds
so.
8-string-tastic. No, sorry, 9-string-tastic. That's right.
That's one more
9
than 8.
strings.
Yeah.
Almost more than 2 hands. So anyway,
Breathe
yeah,
Video.
so
Bring on the cheese.
it's gonna be amazing.
That cheese is mine. It is nacho cheese.
Oh, what?
Nice. Like it.
Refried cheese. Love it. Anyway, yeah, so Sonic Jihad, the band is Snake River Conspiracy. Genuinely a fucking brilliant album. It has everything that you want. And sadly, they are one of the bands where they released that one album, and I don't know if they'd done a second album if it would have been as good. I think it feels like lightning in a bottle, that album. So I don't know.
I think I agree. Honestly, it's like
yeah.
that was just. How can you top that? It was so good.
So good.
Just
so good, man.
It's one of those things that's just like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, cool, and then it's just never gonna get. You just can't beat
And
it.
they toured loads. They come. My biggest regret is not seeing them with. I'm sure it was My Ruin play Glasgow, and I missed them. I want to say it was the Barrowlands, and I fucking hate myself for missing that gig because that would have been the fucking shits. So the best shits, not the bad shits. So yeah, that's my number 3. You know, the good shits when you're like that. Oh, I feel so relieved.
Yeah.
Not the ones with why is it still coming out of me?
Before My Ruin became My Ruin,
Tura Santana.
And before Tura Santana,
They were a band. I can't remember the name. They had one album, didn't they? What was it called?
Manhole.
Manhole's got a.
Fucking amazing album.
It's new metal as fuck.
Yeah.
It's better than Why Is My Arse on Fire?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
It
is.
is always. Yeah, Manhole. I don't even think you can get. Can you get Manhole?
I don't think you can.
Oh man, because Tura Santana was fucking like she had a Tari B has a voice specifically for new metal. And My Ruin, they went all southern and shit, and it was all right. But
Yeah.
Hi Kate, what's going on? Sorry.
Oh man,
Just gotta say hi,
Sorry.
Kate. She's been having a great day today. Great few days, lots going on along with her. So hi, welcome on in. It's good to see you. Carry on. Manhole.
Hi.
I'm pretty sure if you go out in your street and there's an open one, you can get manholed if you fall down.
Can.
yeah, Manhole doesn't exist online. What about Tura Santana?
Fucking bastards.
Why is my
This is the
stream deck
problem.
stop working?
This is the problem. This is what like I'm 100% behind the digital age, right? I'm in like Flynn when it comes to like digital, like streaming the music and all the rest. But the problem is record labels, unless they actually put their albums online and you can't buy them anywhere, they're literally gone. There's only a select few people that
think that
actually.
may have been it.
Of course, Paul didn't like Manhole.
Oh, here he is.
Didn't
I
like
guess.
Manhole. We'll listen to 20 Ginger Wildheart albums.
What's up, Jim?
Manhole
It's going,
album's
dude.
amazing.
I'm going great. Duncan's doing great. Dave's doing great. I'm trying to fix my stream deck. It's broken, but all right, cool.
Manhole. I think it was All Is Not Well, I think was the album.
We're going to
Seamus
try
here
and find
too.
this, Dave.
Oh, produced by Ross Robinson.
That's why it's amazing. It's the most
I need
new
to
metal.
get
New
it.
metal. Need to find it. Need to find
All
it.
Is Not
We'll
Well.
find it.
I need to
We'll
find
find
that
it, Dave.
album.
Give us
Need to.
time. Give us time. Right. So yeah. So my pick was Snake River Conspiracy, Sonic Jihad, 2000. And that was number
Hold on.
3.
Hold the bus. Hold the bus.
Yeah,
It's
you
on
found
Bandcamp, ladies and gents. It's on Bandcamp.
Yes.
We are, ladies and gents. We have a link in the chat. Link in the chat.
Is it? Where?
Link in the chat. No, Dave's going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Link in the chat, Dave. You can't be like, kind of have us googling it if you've googled it already. I mean, that's not cool.
Never.
Right, Dave. What is
Right.
album number 3 for Davey Boy?
Album number 3. Album number 3 is a band that we just discussed not long ago with our old guitarist from our last band. And it totally made me go back and listen to that album. He mentioned it in a chat we were having. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I need to go back and listen to that. And I totally forgot how fucking savage this album is. They are a French technical death metal band.
Thanks, Jim. See you later. Have a good day at work.
Cheers,
Lift
Jim.
hard.
Bye, Jim.
They are called Henker, and they are
Oh,
from
yeah.
Paris. They put
Again,
an
what did
album-
you call me?
You bloody hinker.
They put out an album called Slave of My Art in 2010, which at the time of its release I played to fucking death. And probably because as a drummer, it just blew my mind. The drummer of Henker used, I don't know if you remember these, some drummers probably still use them, but you remember the quad beater
Oh,
bass
yeah.
drum pedals?
Yes, I remember
The
the
beats on
fad
the
that
down
was
and
the
the up
quad
goes.
beater. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you get two of it.
Well,
Goes.
he-
brrrr.
That's the ones. So he
Yeah.
used these, the quad beaters, which just like alongside the guitar work, which is very technical, very precise. It's kind of like, it's like Origin meets Man Must Die or something like that. It's
It's
just
ridiculous,
like
yeah.
fucking unbelievable. They only put out one album, which is just fucking
When did
soul
that album come
destroying.
out?
But 2010. It's called Slave of My Art, and it is fucking insane. A very underrated death metal album, in my opinion. A very underrated death metal band. Just fantastic musicianship right across the board. And even like I listened to it again the other day as an album 11 years after it was released. It still like holds up very, very well. And amongst all the kind of new kind of technical death metal stuff that's coming out just now. They seemed to kind of disappear about 2014, I think. And there was the odd kind of like social media message over the years to say we're working on stuff, but nothing ever materialized, unfortunately. They did a reunion show. Oh, this maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. So you never know. Like, you know, I'm still holding on to hope that one day Henker come back and release that second album, but at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But until then, we still have Slave of My Art, which is fucking punishing. If you've not heard it, check it out. It's on Spotify and digital streaming and stuff.
Of course it is.
Yes.
So, like, if album number 2 comes out in Germany, it does kind of sound like some sort of weird currency, though. I'll have Zwei Henker.
Like the illegal currency because they don't like the euro.
They hate the euro.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not go down that road. Let's get this abort the my. Anyway, let's look it on.
Check it
Kyle,
out. Kieran's on it.
Oh,
Nice
nice,
one,
Kieran. Nice one.
Kieran knows. Kieran knows.
Finger on
Right.
the pulse.
You, Kyle, have. Whoa, hold the fuck is going on here? My phone played a song by a band called Kyle. And it was like, well, let's find the exact list. I don't know if you'd see that. Yep, the song is called Fruit Snacks and Cupcakes by Kyle. Beautiful Loser.
It's very Kyle. Very Kyle.
Yep, that is me in a nutshell.
That's what he does at the other end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So
Beautifully.
business
I
up
might add.
front, party at the back. Party at the back. It's the mullet of tunnels. So right, Kyle, what's your number 3?
Good segue there, yeah.
One and done, Kyle. What is your
One and
number
done.
3?
All right, this
One and
band
done.
is from another one from the USA. Actually, it's the first one I've done from the USA. Previous one was English American, so this one is all.
Yeah.
Well, they've had some guest musicians on this one, so that might give you a clue. Formed in 2001, broke up in 2004 with one album that was highly covered, if not regarded. It's a mixture of heavy metal and stoner metal, heralded by one dude with a million guest musicians. Great name for a band I've ever heard one. But Probot.
Yeah, Probot. So
Yeah.
Dave Grohl. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave
Dave
Grohl,
Grohl.
Lemmy, all kinds of other people that I've forgotten.
It's a good move. Yeah, it's a good move. It's a good album.
Great album. It's really good. If you like, I listened to it once and I was like, yeah, okay. But then I went back and it's like, actually, this is really fucking good. Not so death metal Kyle. Exactly. So I mean, they had Jack Black on it. Can't go wrong with Jack Black, right? Just can't.
Yep.
Max Cavalera. Anyone?
He's on
this
everything. That's
bullshit.
literally the through line on everything we've said. Like when I was like, oh, straight up, and all of a sudden he was there. It was like, who died? I don't know him, but let's do a song. Yeah.
And of course, King Diamond.
Oh.
There you go. King Diamond's in the house. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey.
Answers
King
is Scottish.
Diamond.
All right.
Oh,
That's-
Probot.
That's a good album. It's a
It
really,
is.
really. Do you know? I almost put on as well. Speaking of Dave Grohl, I almost picked them Crooked Vultures because I think that is a heavily underrated album as well.
I agree. Dave Grohl is like a master of just everything he touches. Just unbelievable talent. And you ask him what chord he's playing, he's like, I don't fucking know.
He's the sort of guy that I think musicians gravitate to. So
I
I
know.
think that's why he's always kind of lucked out when it's come to doing like albums and working with different people. I mean, like you just look at the who's who. I'll tell you that I never used to really like Dave Grohl all that much, and then I saw the Foo Fighters play at was it Meadowbank in Edinburgh, and they were the headlining band at Meadowbank, and the
Murrayfield.
supporting band was 9 Inch Nails, right?
What? Wow.
I know. 9 Inch Nails. So the bands were, it was Silver Sun Pickups, and then who were just on their first album, which is actually a really good album if you like kind of indie shit. And then it was 9 Inch Nails, and Year Zero had just come out, so it was the Year Zero kind of stuff they were playing, and it was fucking amazing. And then Foo Fighters headlined, and Dave Grohl, halfway through the set, said that he felt really uncomfortable with 9 Inch Nails in the support, because 9 Inch Nails should have been the headlining band. And I was like, you know, Dave, from now on, you recognised the sheer genius of Trent Reznor, a man who is up for 2 Oscars this year against himself. Who else does that, Dave? Who else does that?
Who?
No one.
Who else is competing against himself in the Oscars?
I know.
Dave Grohl. No, not Dave Grohl.
Trent Reznor.
You're supposed to say Trent Reznor. For fuck's sake, Dave. Dave's like that. Let's move on. But yeah, Probot. But he played on With Teeth.
Oh, did he?
Yes, did. Played
Yeah, he
drums
was a
on the
drummer.
album,
Yeah, he was a drummer.
which is why the drums sound completely different to every other Nine Inch Nails album.
And they're fucking
Um,
amazing. Yeah.
They're really, really, really
Yeah.
fucking good. Really good. So, there you go.
And yeah,
Nice.
I'll agree. The best track on that album is the one with Lemmy. You just can't beat it. Dave Grohl and Lemmy. It's just like, yep, okay, that's a winning combination. just put out an album, just you two. Of course, can't now, but I wish they had done. But I wonder why they broke up. I think they just never got around to doing anything more. And it's just like, yeah, this is a great project. Can we do another one? Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Probot.
Cool. It's back to me.
It is back to you, Duncan.
Oh shit! I've got like I'm torn, very much like a Natalie Imbruglia, which I listened to today.
More 90s.
I'm all out of faith. I'm not gonna sing the rest. But yeah, told you the whole day 90s music, man. Honestly, my brain's fucked. I've got a few here, and I'm unsure. See, the Demented Raven knows. Yep. There's a few
Raven
options
knows
here.
but can't spell blah blah blah.
Well, no, I think what she's done is she's anticipated my drunkenness by removing the A. Which, I mean, that's the
song
first
is
thing
a
that goes when I've
cover,
had a
no
drink.
way. I don't know.
It is, yeah. Did you not know that?
Of course I didn't. It's Natalie fucking in whatever her name is.
Goodness sake, Kyle.
Oh, you're going to pretend you didn't listen to it on the radio.
I may have heard it played on the radio.
I may have heard it once in a car that I was not driving, thus not in control of said radio, Duncan. I may have heard it in a McDonald's where I was eating and couldn't leave. Right, let's say... Right, I'll give you an option. Chino 1 or Chino 2? Old Chino, new Chino. Old Chino, new Chino. Pick one.
Ooh.
Sounds like you're trying to
Old
pick
Chino,
a new
new
pair
Chino.
of pants.
Old Chino, new Chino. So
Are we
Chino
going khaki,
2005.
Or are we going
Chino
denim?
2005, Chino 2013, Chino 2005,
Ooh.
Chino 2013. Pick.
Well, it's your list, so.
It's got to be one or the other. I'm not going to put both of them on here because I'll mention it, the other one later on when we're just casually chatting. Or right when I pick it. So Chino
I want to go with new
2005.
Chino.
So
New Chino.
new Chino, I like your style. Pams, and the album Pams by the band Pams, which was a collaboration effort between the band ISIS, the post-metal pioneers, and Chino Marino, frontman of the Deftones, released an album called Pams by the band Pams in 2013. It is so fucking... And it makes you wonder at that point why Chino just never just formed a post-metal band, because his vocals are like the opposite to most post-metal vocalists tend to be. It's like that kind of gritty, guttural, kind of almost offensively grainy toned vocal, and it works for so many bands, but that music lends itself to moments of melody. And Chino obviously has melody in fucking spades.
Yeah.
And he didn't really do the heavier shit on that. It was mostly the ambient singing stuff. Pams, that Devil Horns didn't know about. So Paul, the album is by Pams, called Pams from 2013. Pams. Yeah, so I remember, the only reason I know about it is because it came in during the time of Rock and Roll Reviews, and Dave was like that. Diamond Eyes, I think, had just come out. And this is Chino's MO. Deftones will release an album, and before they even fucking tour, Chino's already done 3 other projects, a la Crosses, which, by the way, they released music right after the new Deftones album. And this one came out just after Diamond Eyes, so it might not have been Diamond Eyes, it might have been Koi no Yokan, or maybe before. The timeline's fucked. Right, anyway, Pams by the band Pams from 2013. It's got all the kind of post-metal kind of crushingness, if that's a term. Probably it's up there with Moorish, as in words that don't exist. So it has all that, but it has these huge swaths of kind of ambient melody. It is a legitimately fucking great album. And Chino has been teasing of late that they might be doing something in 2022. So as it stands just now, they only have the one album. I don't even think they toured it. I think they just recorded it and released it, and that was it. It's a little bit of a diamond in the rough. If you like music that's kind of just a little bit different from the genres that are, you know, it's post-metal, but it's not as you know it. And it's got the kind of Deftones style vocals, but not as you'd expect it. It's a great fucking album.
What was
the other
name
album?
of the band? What was the name of the band?
The album is called Pams, and the name of the
Pams.
band is Pams.
Right.
Had you
That
went
should be easy to
20,
remember.
had you went 2005, the band would have been Team Sleep with the album Team Sleep from the year 2005. So that was the other one there. So if you want, I would say check out both. Team Sleep, so fucking ahead of its time. And I think they at one point had about 3 albums worth of material, and it just never reached light of day because of different members that were in and out the band. But Pams is the one that you selected. Pams is the one I mentioned, and I feel good for it. Pams 2013 with the album Pams. Matt. Pams number 4.
Nice.
Nice. That's a good choice.
Next one on my list is this one came about because of a band that I really liked called Armed for Apocalypse.
Who? I've never heard of them before. Dave's never spoken about them before, ever.
Heavy love Armed for Apocalypse. They were a sludge kind of groove metal band from California, but their vocalist Kirk, he went on and did a side project called Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
Yeah.
And they released their only album. It's called Universe Sandwich in 2015. And if I'm not mistaken, our good friend Mr. Paul Kearney in the chat reviewed said album
He did.
for
Way
Rock and
back
Roll
in the
Reviews.
day.
Back in the day. That is a fucking brilliant album. And at the time I thought it was really good, but the more years that I went on and the more I went back to it, I just love it even more now. It's one of those albums that I can't help but go back to on a regular basis. It still has a kind of touch of sludge to it, but it is more melodic than Armed for Apocalypse. You could say a bit more on the kind of stoner side of things at times. So if you like bands like Torch or Baroness or Floor, that sort of stuff, you'll probably dig what these guys were doing. Great hooks vocally and some huge riffs on it. But the melodies, spot on. Kirk's a fucking phenomenal vocalist. Unfortunately, he left Armed for Apocalypse not long after that album came out. But they've now got a new vocalist and stuff now. But I think they did a few shows as Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy after the album came out, and then they did like a few sporadic shows after that, but that was pretty much it. So I would have loved to have heard something else from them. It's a fucking highly underrated album. It's not on digital streaming like Spotify and stuff, but it is on Bandcamp. So if you've got a Bandcamp account, you can go on and check it out. Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy is the band, and Universe Sandwich is the album. Yes, Kearney, it is a brilliant album. Agreed.
Nice, that's a good choice.
That's my number 4.
Right. Well, Kyle is picking his next one. I'm going to go and get another drink. But Kyle, I've got the old wirelesses in, so I can still hear you.
See,
So I just can't argue with you while I'm in another room. Well, I can, but it's not good.
no, I'm gonna. Oh, he's gone. All right, fine, bye.
Bye.
Turn around for 2 seconds and he's gone. Oh, I turn around more often. He can't hear me. I can say it. Oh shit, he can. All right, now I'm gonna introduce the next. Is this number? This is not the last one. Yeah, it's my last pick.
It's number 4.
This is my second to last pick.
Yes, it is.
It is a Norwegian band from Norway, the country in which I reside.
Oh yeah.
And they were
Heard of it.
formed. You probably have, yeah. They were formed in 1993. Very long
Old
time ago.
school. Yes.
Old school Norway band, yeah, right. From Norway, this country. Yeah, I'm bad at accents.
You should be decent at Norway, a Norwegian accent. Surely.
Everyone here speaks English, so it's like
All right. Fair enough.
I can speak the language fine, but doing the accent is really hard. Redeems Norwegian swears. Fan tar deg. Yeah, there we go. That means fuck you. Oh wait, wrong channel. I can still do it. It was a 5-piece, and they only had the one album, but it's very widely known and highly regarded. And the band name is Spiral Architect.
Spiral Architect.
You haven't
I
heard
don't
of
know if I
them?
know this one.
You'll love them.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're amazing. I've put them on repeat for years. Not quite since 1993, but
What kind of stuff is that?
it's technical progressive metal. I'm like, they're
Ooh.
far in front of their time, ahead of their time. Absolutely, they were. But they were just a group of Norwegian dudes just doing whatever they wanted, and it was just an incredible album. Then they only did one, and then I think a lot of them went off to do like other things within metal and Norwegian metal and stuff. I'm not quite sure, but some of the names ring a bell, like Øyvind, and I'm like, okay, cool. Hageland. And it's just like, cool. And yeah, see, Paul knows. He knows in the chat there. Brilliant band.
He knows.
Explain to
knows.
the what it is. But Duncan will be like coming swooping in a minute, like, I know who they are. No, I don't.
So
They're
were they just
awesome.
unknowns, like the guys that were in the band, or were they in other bands?
I think they were unknowns at the time, and like they became known as after this.
Right.
So like, yeah, like there was some of them. went
Totally know this band, by the way. Totally know this band. No, I don't.
Hey, I did an obscure one. I thought I was just gonna be well-known one album bands the whole time. But no, Spiral Architect, they're amazing. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. I don't know if they're on Bandcamp or anything. They probably are. I haven't checked it out, but give them a search, a check up. I'll put a link in
Spiral.
both of the Discords. Spiral Architect. They might be on
about right.
Spotify and stuff. I mean, yeah, you never know. Norwegian's pretty on top of stuff. They're amazing. They're like from 1993. You won't believe the sound they have.
Anything?
The Spiral
This is the
Architect's
bit that
just
we need
loads
to
of
keep
kids
talking.
with spirographs.
You come back to this later. You find the bands later on. You don't
I'll forget.
stop the
Forget all about
chat.
it.
A Skeptic's Universe. Is this one of their albums? I think it is one of their albums. Of the one they have. I always forget what they're called.
Right. I think we're swinging back around to me for the last pick. Now I have, because Dave had one of mine on his list, I have
did he?
4 to choose from. Well, Cyanotic was the
All right.
obvious. I was
Right.
like, that Dave will pick that though, so I'm not mentioning it. I have 4 left, and they all sound completely different. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go with the... Right, I can either go with the... Oh, it's so difficult. Can I go with the one that is the most, shall I say, controversially, technically objectable?
Oh God.
Or I can go for the one that I know for a fact no one other than Dave has heard of. So, and the only reason I know that no one other than Dave has heard of it is because I think I gave Dave the CD at the time and was like, you need to listen to this, Dave. Ooh, where'd I go?
Is it the
And
band
then there's
you were
ones... neither one of them was the band I was in. The two in the middle, though, let's get rid of one of the ones that's in the middle. You already mentioned the guy earlier on.
Okay.
You said Frank Carter earlier on. He released one album under the band Pure Love.
Oh yeah.
The Anthems. Great album.
Yeah.
Great album. So let's tick that off so we're not going to talk about that anymore. I guess we have 3 to choose from.
Yeah, they do, Kieran. I agree with that.
Let's mention the other one, which I guarantee is not on anyone's list, so I can get rid of this one. Also on Roadrunner, this is another Roadrunner released this album, then buried the band. 1999, the band were called the Step Kings, and the album was called Let's Get It On. If you like your kind of, it's really fucking good. If you like your kind of punky hardcore, like poppy punky hardcore, they are the band for you. As a album wall to wall bangers, like every single song is bouncy, like total drinking music, right? So let's tick them off. Which brings me back to my quandary. What do I go with?
Controversy.
Give us
come on.
controversy,
Yeah.
right? Duncan's going controversial. Right,
Oh, God.
this band have one album. However, they have changed their name and had another album. Yes, there were personnel changes, but technically
I think that
one
counts,
album.
yeah.
Yes,
I think that
they had an EP before. The only member that changed, I think, was the drummer, and then they got a female guitarist in actually, so 2 members. The band is Beast Milk from Finland.
Yeah.
Their album is called Climax. It's from 2013, and it was my album of the year in 2013. It is fucking incredible. Imagine to yourself what would kind of post-apocalyptic punk music by way of Echo and the Bunnymen sound like. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Climax by the band Beast Milk. Now, when you go to type it in your little machine, it's going to try and autocorrect it to breast milk. Not breast milk. Beast Milk. All one word. Beast Milk. The singer in the band, our buddy, our good buddy Matt. Was Matt, wasn't it? Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our buddy Matt
Our
in the
good
band.
friend,
who
what's his name?
Well, I was going to try and say his whole name, and then I was like, that actually sounds made up. But, he's English, actually, interestingly enough, but somehow has found himself in a multitude of Nordic bands. I don't know why. He also does vocals for a little
Sounds
band, you may have
impossible,
heard
that.
of them before, called Hex Vessel, who have a bit of buzz about them, kind of folky, metal-y shit. Who, me and Dave both like Hex Vessel as well. But he's done, in fact, he's actually guested as a vocal on the last album by Carpenter Brute. So,
Oh, really?
Yes, he does vocals on the last Carpenter Brute album. He's got a very 80s sounding voice. Like once again, very kind of Echo and the Bunnymen style, but by way of a kind of punky tone. It's hard to describe how much. I remember Dave getting the album in and saying, "This is really good, wait to hear this," and sending it to me. And on the first listen, I was like, "This might be my album of the year." And then Baz listened to it, and like never did me, Dave, and Baz like become the trifecta of agreement. It never happened. But yeah, we became the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Baz is the father, obviously, because he's old.
And grumpy.
So all 3 of us were like, this is legitimately fucking amazing, and I stand by that. I still listen to that album all the time. Now, the reason I think Kyle will like it, if you've never listened to it, Kyle,
I listened to it way back then. Yeah,
it's
we
because
talked
we
about it on the
recently
podcast. And I
we
was like,
did. We recently have just gushed over an album which I think the review's still to drop. A band called The Limit, which will be dropping real fucking soon. And The Limit are really fucking good, like really, really, really good. But they're like what would happen if Beast Milk were still writing music in their 60s, I think, is a safe way to say it. It just had everything I wanted. It had a great production, a very kind of, not a unique sound, but a sound that sounded very familiar but kind of modernized, and all the songs were amazing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite albums of the last 10 years, and still is. And yeah,
Phenomenal.
The technicality and why it's controversial is, like I say, the drummer left, and then they changed their name to Grave Pleasures, got signed to a major record label, and then in the process of writing that album, their guitarist left, and they replaced them with a woman. And I say a woman because the rest of the guys were guys. So that's how it stood out to me. And they replaced them with a woman, and then they toured with that album, and they've done nothing since except tease an EP which came out, and it once again didn't sound anything like Beast Milk. They kind of moved their sound beyond that, which seems to be his MO. He's constantly kind of refining what he does. So yeah, I think it's fucking amazing. If you've never heard it before, please give it a check. Beast Milk and the album Climax from 2013. And that's my 5. I will tell you what my other pick was at the very end of the show.
oh, okay.
Excellent. Some honourable mentions.
Honourable mention.
Number 5. Okay, I've gone for. I'm going to finish my 5 off with another British band, a post-hardcore band. That's right.
Not. Yeah, all right.
Called the Elijah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I thought they had more than one. They don't, do they?
No. They put out probably one of my favourite post-hardcore albums ever. In 2012, it was called "I Loved, I Hated, I Destroyed, I Created," and it is just a phenomenal album, start to finish. It's one of those albums that's really just filled with. I mean, it's got its heavy parts, but it's filled with a lot of melody and a lot of emotion. It comes with a huge sound, and it's elevated by the use of strings on the album, which I think are just absolutely perfect. I love. It's funny. I love albums like that, heavy albums that have got a bit of kind of strings added into it, and they do it absolutely perfectly. They do have some like kind of similarities to Devil Sold His Soul a little. Devil Sold His Soul are a bit heavier, but in the way they kind of deliver their melodies and stuff, they're quite similar. But yeah, as I said, very good at putting across emotion in their songs. They had 2 vocalists, one that did the kind of really kind of rough, kind of raspy stuff, and then they had the guitarist Michael, who did all the kind of clean melodies. After that album came out, they recorded a kind of live version of it. They released it on DVD, which is phenomenal as well, which is pretty much the closest I'll ever get to seeing them live. But after that came out, they split up, and Michael went on to join Being As an Ocean, who are a Californian post-hardcore band. Yeah, phenomenal album, absolutely love it. It's one that I play on a regular basis. It's on streaming platforms, you'll get it on Spotify and stuff like that. But fantastic British band. Gutted that they split up after that album because it was just phenomenal. But it's one of those ones that I don't know if they could have bettered that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a really fucking good album. Really good.
It's close to perfect in my opinion. I love it.
There is a reason I know how much Dave loves them, and that reason is Dave owns a t-shirt by the Elijah which he used to wear all the time, and once told me in private and in confidence, Dave, and I'm going to break that confidence on this recording, that it's the only t-shirt that he'd owned that he would not use to wipe up his jism. So that, not in this t-shirt, Duncan, not in this t-shirt. See this Devil Driver one? Totally use that to wipe my spunk up. See the Elijah one? Not a drop of semen will touch it.
I know.
So that's how you know that Dave loves that band.
We went to see Being As an Ocean in Glasgow.
That's right.
With an interview booked with the band, but I didn't know who it was that was interviewing, if it was the drummer or whatever. But it turned out it was the new member. It was Michael from the Elijah that ended up interviewing that night. And obviously I had my Elijah t-shirt on there, and so I was just fanboying.
He was
fanboying. Oh my god. I was just dribbling everywhere. It was embarrassing, but I got my photo taken with him and everything. It was just like one of those awesome cheesy moments. But such a nice guy, and he also had he's got a whole kind of side project, a solo project called Heart of Gold, I think they're called. It's all really kind of 80s synthy kind of stuff, with a lot of cool melodies on it as well. But he's a talented guy. But yeah, if you've never heard of Elijah, then check out that album. It's fucking amazing. That's my 5. Kyle.
Hello, I'm still here.
Okay.
Nice. That's a good 5. Good picks. Some obscure, some not so obscure. Can't wait to hear your honourable mentions if you have any.
I do.
Hey.
I have one or two that I've remembered while we were recording.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's a thing I'm gonna. All right, this one came out in 1994. They were around for 1 year. Broke up in 1995.
Oof.
Album's called Point Blank.
Oh.
It's Max Cavalera. He's the one that brings everything together.
Yeah.
Band's called Nail Bomb, and I have to mention it because I fucking hate it. No, I don't.
You don't hate it?
No, I don't hate it.
I was about to say, not in front of Dave.
No,
Do you?
no,
This
absolutely
is, no.
not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't love it, to be honest. I don't love that album.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's right in the middle, and it's just like,
It is.
it's definitely Max Cavalera, and it's not Max Cavalera at his best.
No,
not by
It's
a long
just
way.
raw sounding.
Yeah.
It's ugly. It's an ugly fucking album.
Yeah.
And
It's cool. I like the kind of styles he's mixed on it, with a
Yeah.
bit of kind of industrial and stuff on it. It's cool.
Definitely.
But yeah, production for me is a little bit ropey on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Production
again,
is.
the name of the band is awesome. Nail Bomb.
Yeah,
It's great.
absolutely.
Like that just sticks in your head. Like a nail bomb would, I guess. That's a bit morbid. Nice. What are you going to say, Duncan? Beardcock,
gonna
thanks
say
for the follow.
The production on it is how Gordon Ramsay describes badly cooked food. Fucking raw! sorry. It's so raw.
Nail
So
bomb was a
raw.
stepping stone to what? From what to what?
I don't think you're necessarily wrong in saying that. Like, Nail Bomb clearly shows that Max Cavalera, I think in a lot of ways, was not necessarily happy with what he was doing, and it's evident with where they went. Like, he pushed them into doing Roots, which was basically the album
That's
that broke
true.
the band up.
Yeah.
So,
What year was Point Blank? When did that come out?
1994.
4?
94.
Yeah.
Right.
So that must have been, what I'm trying to think, Chaos
Roots was
AD's, what,
96.
92?
So Kieran from the
Casey-
Teapots Facebook group.
Kieran does metal reviews.
Nice.
He does, and I think he played bass, so you'll get on well with Kyle.
Hey, I love me a good bassist. I love me a bad bassist too, just any bassist really.
Yeah, bassists have to stick together.
Yeah.
They're like characters in Captain Planet. They all have different rings.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's the old saying, isn't it? Once a bassist dies, 10 bands have to find a new member.
Very true.
So that's a hi-oh moment if ever there was one. Where's in? Hi-oh, hi-oh. All right, so there we go. So that has done our fives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we recap, don't we? Well, I will
Let's do it.
recap first. I had Downer with the band Downer. I'm starting to see a pattern with my list here. Downer with the band Downer from 2000. It was available on Roadrunner Records. I followed that up with Snot and Get Some from 1997. A little bit of Snake River Conspiracy with Sonic Jihad from the year. I have picked an album from the year 2000. Not much has changed, but it lives underwater. See, 90s all day. And your great granddaughter is looking fine.
What's up, Scrubbo?
So,
Nightwisher
so
after
Snake-
a bassist. Oh, sorry. Nightwisher after a bassist. I'm gonna go audition. No. Snake
would
River
be the
Conspiracy.
awkward member of
Yeah.
that band if
Yeah.
you were in it.
Great.
Yeah, so Snake River Conspiracy was my third one, with Sonic Jihad from the year 2000. I followed that up with a little bit of Pams with the album Pams from 2013, and then closed it out with Beast Milk and their album Climax from 2013. Davey Boy, I hand it to you.
My five were the mighty Cyanotic with their album Tragedy plus Time equals Comedy. There's a link in the chat to the album, which I've posted.
Downer's
so
there as well if you scroll up.
if you want a wee download, it's in the chat there. My number two was Black Hole with Dead Hearts, which was the English punk hardcore band with Frank Carter's younger brother on vocals.
good.
And then my
So
number
good.
three was Hinker from Paris, technical death metal band with their album Slave of My Art, which I think there's a link in the chat to their album on YouTube. My number four was Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy with Universe Sandwich, which was a kind of side project of Armed for Apocalypse even. And then finished it off with Elijah, I Loved, I Hated, I Destroyed, I Created, which is phenomenal. It's on Spotify and Apple and all that sort of stuff. That's my five.
It's a good list.
Kyle.
Kyle.
My five began with Frederick Torrendal's special defects. Special is the operative word, apparently. Thank you, beer.
Special.
Side project from Meshuggah's guitarist. Next band was Heaven and Hell from Dio and all the other previous members of Black Sabbath, which is just a fucking fantastic album, and it's so sad they only had one. Nail Bomb was the last one, but something's gone wrong. Probot was the next one. Great album, loads of guests, all that stuff. Spiral Architect, Norwegian band from way back when, which are just amazing and so ahead of their time. And please check them out if you haven't, because you'll
need to
love
check that
them
out.
if you like technical progressive metal. That is not crazy, but really groovy and really great. And of course, Nail Bomb, which is Max Cavalera's intent to fuck off from Sepultura, step away from that, and go into something more rooty.
Does that quite a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I could just do this, but I could just do something else.
Yeah,
Yep.
could do whatever.
I mean, I could just release something. No, I'll just do something else.
So, yeah,
Fudge Tunnel
always
him
do
as well. Fudge Tunnel was him, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Fudge Tunnel, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, and what's his new one?
Was it Fudge Tunnel? No, there was someone from Fudge Tunnel and Nail Bomb, was there not? Was that not what it was?
Ah, that's what it is.
Scrubber,
That's
you're
what it is.
serious. Let's talk about this later.
That's what Right, is this the round that they like to call honourable mentions?
Bonus quickfire.
Right, so who has the most honourable mentions here? I have 3.
I have quite a few.
Right,
More than
Dave,
that.
you can kick us through a few then until we get down to numbers that are okay.
my number, I had a number 6 on my list just in case, like, if it had any crossover. And I was close to including it in my 5, swapping it with something else, but I didn't at the last minute. My number 6 was actually an album that came in when we were doing Rock and Roll Reviews. It was a Basic Records release. So our good friend Lisa from Hold Tight set us up with this one, and I could not stop playing this when it came in. They were a kind of doomy, kind of atmospheric death metal band from Seattle. They were called Seven Horns, Seven Eyes.
Yeah, they were great. I still have that
It's a
t-shirt.
fucking great album. Great
amazing.
album.
Album was called Throes of Absolution.
Yeah, that was really good. Didn't I
so
do
fucking
the
good.
review for that one? I think I
Possibly,
did. I
yeah,
think it was me.
possibly.
That was really good. I ended up buying it afterwards. I have the physical album upstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. They put out like a couple EPs before that, and then obviously Basic snapped them up. They heard something in them, and I'm not surprised, to be honest. The songwriting and musicianship on the album is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really, it's quite a unique one though, because it is kind of death metal-y, and that usually isn't a genre where you get a lot of kind of emotion, but they put there's a lot of feeling in that album from the melodies and the lead work and stuff. Very dynamic, a lot of nice chord changes and stuff. Gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. Absolutely phenomenal album. They did have a couple of lineup changes after that album came out, and then nothing seemed to happen after that. And then the drummer Gabe Rudinger, he was doing this kind of drum clinic thing for one of the cymbal companies back in 2017. And he was doing a lot of kind of solo stuff, and then he played a track at that clinic with a backing track. Didn't say what it was, but afterwards we found out it was actually a recorded track that Seven Horns, Seven Eyes had done, or the guitarist had done after that first album. Sounded amazing. It's on YouTube, but nothing's ever happened from it, so never know. But yeah, phenomenal album. Love that album. Seven Horns, Seven Eyes, Throes of Absolution. Cracking album. What else? A couple of new metal ones for you, because I did have a couple.
Oh well,
of them
like
in
a lot of what
pocket.
I've got left is new metal. So between the two of us, I think between the two of us, we're about to capture the years 2001 to 2004.
Yeah. My first one would be Third Strike. And
Nice.
the album Lost Angel, which came out in 2002. I think you bought that for me actually for one of my birthdays.
And you are welcome, Dave. I probably
Yes.
handed over and said this band has a long storied future ahead of itself, and then they disbanded right afterwards.
They did.
I heard you say it over the
cracking
phone or
pulp.
something like, "Nah, fuck you, Duncan."
The singer died, unfortunately, so there was no chance of them getting back together. But
I'll take that joke back.
Yikes! Bye.
Oh my word, it's happening again.
But yeah, amazing.
We're getting ready. Dave.
What?
We need to
Oh,
put a pin in it. Put a pin in
It
it.
is fit for purpose.
This
It's-
might be the most reads it's happened.
I
in
know
one of our
ever.
streams.
Like, it's insane and I love it. It's Jeff Fit for Purpose. Dude's amazing. Please follow him. I'm going to show off my raid response because it's awesome. If outdated, I'll update it soon, I swear. What's up? Grace is here too. Hello, Grace. What's going on? Liam, Mouseron, everyone's here. Will. I know all these people from streams. Anyway, here's the raid response. What's up, everybody? Thanks for the raid, Jeff. It's amazing of you. If you don't know me, I'm Kyle. I'm a metal musician on Twitch. You can check out all my links thanks to Raven there. I do metal performance streams every Friday where I play a bunch of my own originals on guitar and bass and everything. There's a subscription from Jeff. Thanks again, dude. What's up? Thanks for resubscribing for 3 months. That's awesome, dude. Thank you very much. All of the hearts, everything. These are my two friends, Dave and Duncan. We do Metal Epidemic podcast talk show every the last Wednesday of every month. So yeah, hi everybody, what's going on?
Yep.
Yep.
We've been talking about best one and dones, one album wonders tonight on Twitch. So we have just done our kind of top picks, but we're kind of rattling through some honourable mentions.
We're on the new metal category, which is deep.
Deep.
Yes, it is.
And mostly Roadrunner records.
Yeah, that's a large bargain basket if ever I saw one.
Yeah, so my last pick there just before the raid was Third Strike and Lost Angel, cracking kind of new metal, rap metal album.
Oh, Ranger James, thanks for the follow. And yeah, Grace, I love Doom. I don't know if you know this, but I am a massive Doom nerd. I've played them since 1993, and I will never stop. I have a Doom shrine back there, which I can't show you right now. One day I will.
Shrine of Doom.
It has the Crucible sword and like loads of models, and it's a bit much. Everybody says you're such a nerd. I'm like, fuck off, it's Doom. Third Strike, yeah, all right.
Yep, Third Strike.
Yeah, Beard Cog's got Dim the Sun.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yep, Dim the Sun. A long time since I listened to them.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever have, actually. I'm looking at them going, yeah, it's a long time.
You never listened to Dim the Sun?
No, I don't think
I
so.
remember.
Yeah.
Now, one of the guys for Slipknot was involved in this, were they not?
You can't bring that fucking bottle into frame and itch your face with it. It's the biggest thing on the face of the earth.
Brown Stallion, ladies and gentlemen.
The Brown Stallion, ladies and gents.
Yeah, was the clown, is he part of the label or something, or
he signed them because one of the vocalists was his guitar tech.
Right, okay.
That's why they were signed. So, and he promoted them heavily, and they were going to be huge. And then they released that album, and I think there was like 8 members in the band, and they had that really cool music video which was set in the insane asylum. So drum tech sang for them, and they released that album, and then they just kind of disappeared. Two vocalists as well. They had 2 vocalists, which I really liked. It was I've always said the music video reminded me of the movie Session 9, because it was set in like an abandoned insane asylum. It was really, really, really cool. Let me come at you with my new metal, Dave.
Okay.
Right. How about that, Dave? British new metal band.
Oh.
Teased for ages. It was on every Kerrang CD for ages. Oh, I need to get it. Oh, can I get it? The album was called Vindication and the band was called Vacant Stare.
Vacant Stare.
They had that one song that was on every compilation album for about 4 years before it came out. And it was fucking brilliant. And the album is pretty good. It's not great all the way through, but it has a couple of great songs. They had the Dex player, they had like kind of angry vocal. It was total new metal-tastic. I think they were from London. But yeah, it was called
Come Face Up was the track, wasn't it?
Come Face Up, yeah. It's a good, trust me, if you are of our age range, even if you don't think you know the band, you will know the fucking song. It was everywhere.
Posting it in the chat. Posting it in the chat. Great
there
song.
We go. Vacant Stare.
Vampy Candy, hello. Have a good luck.
The album is called Vindication. I want to say it was like 2004, but the song had been on. I think the song from the demo had been on the go for like 2 years before the album came out, and the band split up like within about a year of the album coming out. So there you are. Vacant Stare.
Good one.
And the band, the album Vindication. So yeah, that's my.
Nice. What about Twisted Method?
With Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee.
No, that was Methods of Mayhem.
We could have picked that though. Get naked. Get naked.
No.
What? That was a great new metal album with Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee raps on it.
Oh,
They
yeah,
must have
that's
had more
gotta
than
be
one
great.
album, did they know?
the song "Get Naked" was basically him singing about the fact that there was a porno video showing his 9-inch cock.
Nice.
Oh, I remember that.
Which, by the way, if you
Yeah.
release a sex video, if you accidentally have a release of your accidentally release your sex video, which shows that you have a 9-inch penis, the fact you have to sing about the fact that you've got that video out there proves to me that you feel a bit self-conscious that people weren't watching you fuck with that 9-inch penis. I get. No, I'm trying to remember who else was in that.
I'm glad Nine
The
Inch
music
Nails
video
came
had
out
everyone.
before that video.
They must
So,
have
yeah,
more than
there
one
you-
album though, did they not? Methods of Mayhem.
I think they did, but it was lineup changes.
Yeah.
I think the second album came out and no one. I don't even think Tommy Lee was in the second album. Then he was like, I was only here to sing about getting naked and now I'm out. Motley Crue have our 4th farewell reunion tour. Woo.
No, I was talking about Twisted Method.
Methods, different band, you're
The
right.
new metal
You're
band.
right.
Yeah, they released Escape from Cape Coma in 2003. Cracking new metal album.
That is
if you've not
such
heard
a
it.
new metal name. All of it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Everything.
Um,
9 Inch Cock is Trent Reznor's sex tape.
I would watch it.
I would not. That would be the only
I
video
would
I didn't. I'd be like, no, you know what? There's a line, Trent. You've gone over it. I,
I
don't
would
want to
watch
see.
it. I would own it. Like, if you've sat through the Fred Durst sex tape, you'll sit through anything.
There's one of those. I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, oh yes, there is.
Is that why he's
And
banned
yes,
from entering the Ukraine?
I'm trying. I think it was like a Ukrainian model or something it was shot with, and he does have sex like he raps. Awkwardly.
What, quickly and terribly?
Not awkwardly.
Oh man, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, enough of that.
I think
Please,
I think he was looking to try and bring that beef back.
oh,
Can we move on now? Oh,
I think he actually started the porno tape by saying, "This one's dedicated to Lynn Snot, Limp Biscuit, forever."
new
so,
album coming out September.
oh my god.
So, like, he prematurely ejaculated and then started singing "Why Do You Want to Hate Me?" So, right, my one, Lifer, with the album
Yeah.
Lifer
Yep.
from 2001.
Nice.
Once again, they sounded like a lot of new metal bands at the time. Production really kind of tight, chunky, very headbangy. And the music, the album cover it's like a face. It's like a face with a barcode, I think. It's like blue and white.
Oh yeah.
And they were another one that when that album was released, I think they had 2 singles on it, and they were on every horror movie that came out in the space of like 2 years that had a metal soundtrack had a track by Lifer on it. And so Lifer, the album Lifer, not absolutely amazing, but if you like your new metal, there's a chance you may have never heard of them before, and give them a shot. Lifer.
Yep.
So.
What about? I think they only had one album. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but what about? And it's not technically metal, this album, but his other band was Head Automatica.
Oh yeah.
Head Automatic have 2 albums.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, their second album is poppy as fuck. Like, it took all the good stuff out and it just became a pop album. So I've got a second album called Pop. I think it's Poptastic or Popular or something. It's
Right.
yeah, it's a good one though. It's a good one. That
Right.
first album is fucking great.
Decadence was the first album.
Yeah,
Cracking
it's
album.
got like Beating Heart Baby and stuff like that in it. And Who Shot William Macy? Who Shot William H. Macy? Which I love William H. Macy, and if you mention him in a song, I will love the song. So
Next album mine's
these
called
are-
William H. Macy. Thank you, Duncan.
if you do that, I will love it. Right, how about a band that were promoted after Disturbed became big as being the next Disturbed. They had one album. The album was self-titled. Funnily enough, the band were called No One, and the album was No One. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really good. It doesn't sound anything like Disturbed, but they were mentioned a lot at the time as the new Disturbed. They toured with Disturbed before Disturbed were signed, and I was like, oh, let's listen to them, waiting for a little bit of that ooh and it isn't there. It is not there. It is not there. You hear that David Draymond doesn't actually wear a mask for COVID scares because he's down with the sickness?
Oh.
I did something bad. I should be punished.
Yes, you should.
Right, give us another new metal one, Dave. Come on.
Oh, another new metal one.
I've got one.
All right, go for it.
Oh, Slaves and Dope have more than one album. Beard Cog. Good shout though. But me and Dave used to love Slaves and Dope, not for any other reason than the singer is the most viscerally in pain sounding man ever. Like his vocals do not go with that music. Like even away, like the band are like and then he's like fucking sounds like a man who's been skinned and bathing in vinegar. Just like.
That sounds
You
good.
got another new metal one? I've got one, Dave.
I don't think I've got any more new metal ones.
The band released one album.
That
It
is
was
the topic,
touted
yes, good
by
job.
it was touted by the guitarist of Taproot, who said that this band were going to be the next big thing. I actually think he did production on it. The
Okay.
band are called Pulse Ultra, and the
Oh,
album is
yeah.
called Headspace. This was the other one I was going to mention earlier
Yeah.
on. It is fucking amazing, and it was going to be like the next big thing. And they all, I think the main guitarist in that went away and did loads of arty shit afterwards.
Right.
But
Zuki.
oh dear. I'd wait till you hear. Listen to Slaves on Dope. Listen to the vocalist. Listen to the track Pushing Me, and you hear what I mean. The vocals do not. They're so fucking out. They're so painful. But yeah, Pulse Ultra. The album is Headspace. It's got a kind of. It's a weird album. It's new metal, but it's kind of avant-garde, almost alternative new metal. Like the guitar sounds are really weird. He uses weird sound effects on them that sometimes sound a bit spacey. And he had one of those. Is it like a Digitake whammy pedal? You know those ones that make the guitar sound like.
Yeah.
Like,
That
he uses it.
Gojira thing.
Yes, he uses it on loads of his songs, but in really interesting ways. The band themselves went to record the second album, and this is where it gets really geeky and interesting. They went to record a second album with the singer left, and they hired in the singer who won that. Was it the TV show was called Rock Stars?
Oh yes, yeah.
Right, so the winner of Rock Stars, so there was Rock Stars, for those that don't know, was a reality TV show fucking ages ago where it was like Jason Newsted, was it Dave Navarro? It was
Yep.
basically a super
Tommy
group,
Lee.
and the super group were auditioning a frontman or woman, and every week the singers would pick different styles of metal or rock or whatever and sing a song, and they would get voted off, and whoever won would be the singer. And this Canadian guy won, Lucas or something. I'm trying to remember what his name was. He was the one that I didn't think should have won, but he won it anyway. To be honest, he was the one that most looked shaggable, so that's probably why I won, because he's surrounded by like guys like Dave Navarro and all the rest. And so he won that. They didn't do anything, but before he joined that show to win that, he'd actually been the vocalist on the upcoming Pulse Ultra album that never happened.
Oh, interesting.
So the more you know, ladies and gents. But yeah, Pulse Ultra Headspace, if you've never heard it before, it's fucking great. Really, 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 really good. So there you go.
Nice. Pulse
Any
Ultra.
more, Dave?
Okay,
Kyle? Any hidden gems?
I had trouble enough coming up with 5, and I blew my own
Oh, Depswa! Jesus Christ!
on
The
Spiral
fucking
Architect.
blast from the past.
They had more than one album though.
You
But
see.
yeah, but that first album was fucking amazing. Love that album. That's
The
it.
EPs count.
I like Paul's like Black Belt Karate and their only EP. I love Black Belt Karate. That did was cool as fuck. Yeah, I mean, what we could have done is we could have very easily, like, maybe segued Devin Townsend in here. I'm sure he's like, doesn't it have like the Devin Townsend band, Devin Townsend Like, you go onto a streaming site and try and get all of Devin Townsend albums in one stream. Can't do it.
Nope.
Can't do it. So, I'm trying to think if there was other ones. I did
what
have other
about-
ones, but
What about what a kind of more? It's not newish. It was 2012, but Glass Cloud.
interestingly enough, I was actually this is where the one mine comes in. The singer from Glasscloud was in a band called Sky Eats Aeroplane, and I was convinced he only had one album, and it was on my list. They're self-titled, which is fucking great. It's absolutely brilliant album. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick that. And then it turns out they technically had 3 albums before that I'd never heard of it before. Never even heard of them before. But yeah, Glasscloud, they were going to be the next big thing. Didn't they go off and do Tony Danza?
Yeah. So it was a guitarist from Tony Danza, Josh Travis, that was in Glass Cloud. And they
Good
put out-
album as well.
yeah, it's called the Royal 1000.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. Yeah, but never done anything else after that.
Nice.
What else? Some more kind of obscure ones, but there was a band called Lifeforms. They came out with an album called Multidimensional, and again, that was probably around the time that we were doing Rock and Reel as well. Can't quite remember what year that came out in, but it's really good as well. Just on one album, kind of techie, kind of djenty kind of stuff, but it's quite heavy. I think they had member changes and they changed their name to Ghost Eon, I think, after that. But Lifeforms Multidimensional was a cracking album. Intensive Square from the UK.
Man. Yep.
They put an album called Anything That Moves. The drummer from Intensive Square then went on to Conan for a bit as well. But again, only one album. Again, another kind of progressive metal, kind of techie type thing. But it was a really good album as well. It was
I
recorded
think
with,
5.0 Beard Cogs mentioned, and I'm 100% sure they only had one album.
Yep.
How did I not
Nice.
think about them? Yeah.
Yeah. They were another one that Roadrunner buried.
Yeah.
Hard.
What's
so
up,
another
Wicked
Roadrunner.
Chester? Good to see you. I'm doing fine.
One for Kyle.
Oh, for me.
Bring Kyle back
Shouldn't
into the
have.
conversation. Bring you back into the conversation.
Oh.
How to Destroy Angels.
Oh yeah. Ah,
Welcome
it's
Oblivion.
Amazing album, not metal at all, but fucking
Fucking awesome.
awesome. Yeah. Shit. I think I did think about it because I have the T-shirt and the EP and the album. But I thought about it, but I thought it's not metal at all, so I didn't include it. But yeah, that's a
You were
really
like,
good.
I can't mention this. I mentioned Bowie once. and-
Right? I got to stay far away from bands that are not. I mean, I get away with Prodigy because they're metal in a way, just without guitar. But David Bowie was my undoing, or will be in my undoing.
It was never your undoing. I was on board with you.
I know you were on board with me. Dave, though, he's the one in charge, and he was like, "What are you fucking doing, man? This is Metal
And
Epidemic."
if I could run, I'd run to you.
Exactly.
Fucking love it.
Me too. It's great. So yeah. No, that album
Dave's
is
so
amazing.
unimpressed. I've never met someone who actively just is so dismissive of David Bowie. It breaks my heart. It
Clearly.
breaks my heart in two.
You don't help it. Nah.
Don't help it.
Put on the red shoes and dance.
See, that is not selling it to me. Not at all.
You can fuck your ass.
You got to listen to the song. What's it called? Little Wonder.
Forever Stallion.
The end of that song, metal as fuck,
Yeah.
with a bit of
He
drum
had
and bass.
these moments. He had
did,
these
yeah.
moments.
Yeah. Check out that album. What's it called? Not Nothing. Yeah, Nothing. No, Outside. Sorry, Outside. That thing is industrial as hell. It's
I'm
amazing.
on the outside. I'm looking
That is not
in.
David
It's that
Bowie.
one.
You better
I
stop
can
right
see.
now.
This is the real shit, motherfucker, yo! New album coming out September. Limp Bizkit and Stained. He's in that video and says exactly the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
Bowie is overrated. Beard Cock.
How
Yes, he
fucking
is.
dare you?
Yes,
How
he is.
dare you? All the music you listen to doesn't exist without David Bowie.
Nope.
That's a lie. But let's pretend it's real. Let's pretend it's real.
Okay. What else?
Let's
What else
pretend
did I
it's real.
have? I had a couple other ones, I'm sure. Another kind of obscure one. German band Cassiopeia.
Oh, I
Remember
remember
them?
that as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they'd put an album called
Yeah.
Panic in Solitude. It's a fucking amazing album. Again, it disappeared. I don't think you can get it anywhere on fucking
I've
streaming
just
or whatever.
thought of
Control
one.
to Major Duncan.
You just reminded me of a Canadian band that put out one album. They were called Substructure. and they put out.
Right.
I think it was an album. I don't remember what it was called, but all of
Was
the
that on
songs.
Basic?
I think it was, yeah.
Yes, I remember some
And they were
stuff,
really
yeah.
good. All their songs are based on like galactic, astronomical, shit. But it was really, really good. I don't think they had many or any vocals at all, but it was super, super good. You just reminded me of that because I made friends with their bassist somehow because I started running that other site that went under pretty quickly. Not really pretty quickly. But no, I made friends with their bassist and he sent me a couple of their albums and after I'd listened to it somehow, I don't remember how I got onto it, but it was really good and I still listen to it now even though they broke up right after that. They were writing something, but they broke up right after that. It's such a shame because it was really, really good. Substructure, very genty sort of stuff.
Yeah, Basic. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why.
definitely. Yeah. Actually, the Spiders were with Ziggy Stardust, not David Bowie, so
Yes.
that one.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
Any others? Admiral Angry was a very obscure one.
Admiral who?
Admiral Angry.
Alright, I think you said Admiral Akbar. I was like, he's a character from Star Wars. It's like, "Arr!"
No, they were a sludge band. Put an album called Buster in 2009. The guitarist who wrote most of the material died.
Oh, every time I
After
crack a
that.
joke, Dave says they died.
I know, right?
I'm sure he waits for it. I'm sure he's
But,
like, watch him
yeah,
put
the
the
bassist-
rope round his neck.
The bassist went on to Black Sheep Wall after that.
Oh, that new album, by the way, on
fucking awesome.
fucking repeat. Oh, you mentioned them earlier on. Devil Sold His Soul new album, The Tits Man.
Yeah,
Really fucking good. Really
Yeah.
good. Love it.
nice.
Love it.
Yeah, I think I got a stream of that one in
Oh, really? Cool.
Devil Sold His Soul. When is
It's
that?
out. It's out.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
It's
the
out.
9th April, is it no?
Unless I've only listened to the songs they've released, then I thought it was out.
No, I
I
don't
thought
think
that
so.
was the whole album. You mean I get to listen to more?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
didn't
the
he tell
9th
me that?
9th April it comes out.
Well, there's 4 songs out. That's. I thought I'd listened to the whole album. I was like, this is amazing. All right, cool. Well, what I've heard so far, fucking amazing.
Nice.
This is my emotional distress Kaku Demon.
Yes,
So I just read in chat.
he takes the pain away.
He does. After he's given it big fucking teeth.
Beer Cog says Ultra Spank. Ooh.
Ooh, Ultra Spank, who went on to form the band Professional Murder Music, who then went on to form the band The Start.
Nice.
That is,
Amy, what was her name again? Amy
Was that Amy Echo? Was that the same person?
Amy Echo, that was it, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Like, see me and you, Dave, me and you, between the two of us,
Oh.
we can name albums no one's listened to.
I'm a fucking third wheel.
Oh, what about, oh, that's a good one. Did they have more than one album, though? Doing the research.
Do it. Live research. Watch me use my phone. I can't think of any others. I'm sure one will come to me
Oh,
in the
you
future.
would have to have more than fucking one album, you piece of shit. Sorry.
but- My shine on.
Kearney says Send No Flowers. I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah,
change
he
their
prompted me to check Send More Paramedics, but Send More Paramedics have had more than one album.
Change my name to Shinola. My Shinola. Don't know that one.
My Shinola. You were all
Don't know that
thinking
one.
it. You were all thinking it. No regrets. That's me. That's me. I've
Yeah.
got through my list. I'm a happy camper.
I also have completed it.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I was out at 5. I struggled to come up with those. The fuck. Bands that have only done one album that are metal shit.
Temple of the
Right.
Dog. There we go. If we can just throw them out there, Temple
Just-
of the Dog.
Shouting out random band names now.
Well, that's like someone mentioned 90s band, and then it suddenly dawned on me Temple of the Dog is a good shout for that supergroup.
Yeah, actually, they were good.
Members of Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
You know what? I can't believe he didn't mention any Phil Anselmo bands tonight. Surely he's must have about fucking 20.
No, I don't think he does. I don't. Supergroup Ritual has more than one album.
Yeah.
Scour has more than one album. Down has more than one album.
And
I
mine
think
is
that's
too recent to really count.
Yeah, because he's going to do something else with that, that's for sure. So, yeah. I think that was a misnomer. I think they genuinely thought we were going to be funny and pithy with Phil Anselmo bands, and I think he has actually followed through with second albums and all of them.
Yeah, pretty sure he has.
Yeah.
Can't think of a single one.
Gotta be something. Surely.
Well,
Dave's actively trying to find one now. Come on, Anselmo, fuck up. Only released one album, yeah, cunt. I mean, you could go the other way. Damage Plans, we mentioned that before. Damage Plans a good shout for that. Yeah. And that was cut short because Dimebag was shot. So,
you know, you gave me that one free when we were planning this, and I didn't use it.
I'm very glad you didn't. To be honest, once again, that was one of those ones where I think Damage Plan has, like, the first half of the album is really good, and the second half of the album is just filler. And that's one of those ones where there's no second album, to be honest. I don't know if they would have done a second album, to be honest with you. And then we had too many Hell Yeah albums.
Oh, what, Flotsam and Jetsam now? I think they had more than one album. Oh, no, you're talking Echo Brain.
Echo Brain, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
What, like, Rex was in one. What was it? Devil Tree Hill? Did I just make that up?
Yeah.
Devil Tree Hill?
Is it Kill Devil Hill or something like that?
Kill Devil Hill, sorry.
Devil Tree Hill.
I was just looking around my room.
Movies.
He was close.
I was just looking around my room. I was doing the old usual suspects, like at the end, where he's just looking around the room and picking things. Devil, tree, lamp. So, yeah. So, but I think they had more than one release.
Don't give Carl ideas for another side project, yeah. Devil Tree Hill, that sounds like a band I could write on my 6-string guitar, yeah. Alright. I'll see you in a week, and I'll have another side project. Actually, I've got another one on the fucking go.
Of course you do.
Because of course I do. It's a Death and Roll project.
Death and Roll.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the 9-string Doom stuff, so me and Dave can do vocals.
Dave's going to do vocals.
Dave's going to do fuck all vocals.
Dave's going to come out of retirement. Dave has a growl tone that he can because he's so deep that I swear to God, things will move in your room.
Right. You're doing
pants.
vocals, Dave.
Yeah.
We'll all
Dave,
do vocals.
Dave naturally can hit the brown note.
What
and
with
you
that bottle
will
of
shit
his?
yourself. Burn the Priest is a good shout. I mean, if we're technically going with the rules, Burn the Priest is a good shout. They only had one album.
Yeah.
So
True.
I mean, for those that don't know, they became Lamb of God. You may have heard of them before. A little unknown band. They haven't really done anything, to be honest with you. So
Lamb of Who? Never heard of him.
Never heard of them.
Singer in prison for how long? No idea.
No, it's a fad.
You know what? Lamb of God is one of those bands. I know they've got more than one album and everything, and they don't fit the topic, but the first couple of albums, I really love the songwriting and I really love the riffs, but the production makes it so fucking hard to listen to. I just could not. It's just
man, I love.
When they play live, I love it. I really do.
Black? No, New American Gospel.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the one.
New American Gospel. I love that album.
Yeah.
Even the production, I love that album.
I do too, but it's just like I can't get past it. I just don't know what it. I know exactly what it is. It's terrible, but it's. I love the riffs and I love everything else. I'm just like, why do you have to do this? It's
Dave's on you with it as the Palace is Burn, which I actually thought was I still to this day don't understand, but maybe it's because I was listening to Randy and not anyone else.
Maybe.
Maybe. But like the production on that album is not as bad as everyone makes out.
Shite.
Devin Townsend for you.
Yeah, we know. When they remixed and remastered it, it was much better.
Yeah, it was.
But the original was fucking. The songs were good as well. I just couldn't get over that production.
Conquering Dystopia.
Which is weird because
that's that one with Loomis, isn't it? Jeff Loomis.
Oh.
Did Blotted
Dr.
Science put
Loomis.
out more than one
That's
album?
right.
I think they did.
Yes, I think they
Yeah.
did. I think they did.
Austrian Death Machine.
Hey Jeff, it's your. That's the.
Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. Yes. This is Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero.
Big Tim.
Yeah. Big Tim.
It's a big anymore, is he?
Tim, yeah. Well,
His asshole is.
oh, see, Dave said that this time, not me.
That wasn't me.
No, not me. Dave this time.
Sorry.
Not me. Dave. Get his
Farts
ass.
sound like a wind turbine.
Oh. Like wind passing through a
tunnel.
windsock. Windsock.
So what's the next stream?
The next stream is me on
What we're
Friday
gonna do?
playing guitar.
Oh, well, yes. What's the next?
In a
All
tunnel.
of these. I'll be playing all of these
Oh, nice.
At once.
at once. Yeah, I need a.
It
super
tapes them
track.
all together.
Yeah.
It's like the end. It's like the end of Aliens when Ripley starts taping all the. Well, Dave's never seen it, but she starts taping all the guns together,
Yeah.
and she's like the super fucking gun. That's
Spoiler.
Kyle's guitars.
Yeah.
Fuck's
Like
sake.
That's why my duct tape.
more
budget
reasons
is
to watch it,
massive.
Dave.
Didn't
More reasons
rewatch
to
it.
watch it. So,
But no, the next Metal Epidemic podcast will be the end of next month, right?
The last
can actually
Wednesday of the
predict
month.
date, can't we?
Last Wednesday of the month. The date is to be confirmed.
28th.
What we're going to
28th.
talk about? What we're
28.
going to talk? What we're going to discuss?
What we're going to talk about? What we're going to do? What we're going to discuss?
Aye,
What we're going to shamefully
aye.
embarrass ourselves over next time?
What should we
I-
chat about?
I have a
Next topic.
hankering. I have a hankering
that's
that
a
we
hankering.
pick a band and run the discography.
Oh, really? That's not a bad idea.
But like obviously not like Metallica or some shit like that. Let's pick it reasonable. A band that has maybe 5-6 albums max and run the discography.
It's not a bad idea. Let's not do Lamb of God. We talked about them already.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe we could get people
So-
in the new Discord server and my one,
Discord
of course.
server?
Yeah, if
You
you can
see.
drop a link. I wonder if I
put,
still
put a poll up. We'll pick 5 bands and whichever one wins by we'll give them 2 weeks to vote. Whichever one wins at the end of it, we'll go with. How about that? Dave.
Yes.
We'll pick our top 5 that will fit that confine. You guys get to vote on it. Whatever wins, we will do a full discography on the band.
Could do that.
Oh, go Epidiscord! Exclamation point Epidiscord will give you the link to that.
I am
Nice.
pushing hard for Stop Mojo.
Hey, nice. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Join the Discord. Give us your.
Yes. Metal Epidemic Discord officially opens tomorrow, but we've put
But
the
you're
link in
lucky.
for you guys.
You get it
Yeah.
early. You're lucky.
But Dave's giving
access.
you keys to the back door.
The Wild Hearts. I'm going to shut
Ooh.
down right now.
The Wild Heart should be an option, but won't be. Oh no! Yay!
What a
No,
shame.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Maybe you can talk about it in your podcast.
Oh! Fucking shots fired from Burn. He writes for the site. Don't upset. Like who else is going to review Wild Heart albums?
In
Look,
Flames. That's not a bad one. But then we'd all.
Flames.
We'd
In
all
Flames has like 10 albums. 12
yeah,
albums.
but they've got one good one.
But I
They
don't
got,
think
like-
any of us will agree on that good at well, no, me and Dave will, and it'll piss everyone off.
Yeah, and I'll agree with
The
you.
Root to Remain.
Carcass is a
Best
good one.
album.
True.
Yeah.
No, we'll pick 5.
I'll pick 5.
bands.
And yeah,
And we'll let you do-
pick 5, and we'll try and make them all different genres as well.
Yeah.
So we're not like picking 5 death metal albums.
Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Yes, Kyle.
We'll pick a small topic like Napalm Death. I mean,
Yeah.
they only have 16 albums, and they're only just hitting their
piece of
stride.
piss. Let's do that.
How
So,
good was that
yeah.
album though? I still listen to it. And
That
it's,
Napalm Death album is the best shit
it
ever.
still gives me goosebumps, and I don't know how. They're 14 albums into their career, and it's just like
16 albums, I think.
16 albums. How can you be this good at 16 albums?
formed in-
Your
they formed in
grandchildren are writing
1984.
music.
They formed in 84. I was 3. And I'm 40 this year.
My wife was born in 84,
There you go.
and I'm like, how are they still doing music that good? Don't get it.
'Cause
Hate
they're
them.
awesome.
I hate them. I love them, and I hate them.
Right, so that's what we'll do. We'll try and
Right.
cover. We will pick five bands from 5 different genres of metal. I know that Paul only thinks there's 4, but there's 5 genres of metal. And yeah, you guys will vote on them. Give you what, like 2 weeks should be enough, because that'll give us 2 and a bit weeks to research. It's only going to be maybe 5-6 albums, hopefully, and we can do that, and we'll come back. And the rule is, we talk about the albums, but at the end of it, we order them. Personal preference. Ooh, I like what I do there. I like a bit of order, Dave. I like a wee list.
I know you do.
And that'll be it. So what have you picked? The control is in the listener's hands.
Like it.
Ooh.
Right.
That could either be amazing or a terrible mistake.
Oh, bands that only had 1 album. OPM.
Really?
Heaven is a half pipe.
They only
They
have
had
one. They
one
were
song.
so popular.
Yeah.
Off that
And
one
was-
If
song.
I die before I wake, at least in heaven I can skate. I think they only had 1 album. I'm maybe just making that up. And they just made an excuse to do Heaven as a half pipe.
Yeah.
I've said this before, and it's true. Like when it's a true story. When OPM played London for the first time, they played Heaven as a Half Pipe, I think, as their opening song, and then were booed by the audience until they played it again. It's maybe my favourite story of an audience trolling a band.
That is brilliant. I would have done the same. It's like, we don't give a shit about your other songs. They're probably crap.
So there you go.
Weren't they Christian as
So,
well?
No, their songs were all about like sex and drugs. So unless they were part of that loose Christian faith, you know what I mean?
Boys to Men. You talking about?
Boys to Men?
Boys to
Did you
Men?
mention Boys to Men there? No.
No.
I thought you
No,
said something about Boys to Men.
OPM.
Oh,
Oh
OPM.
no, I'm thinking of POD.
It's
Sorry, they were
Boys
the
to
Christian
Men.
ones.
No, POD are.
Yeah, yeah.
POD might be one of the ones that fits into that.
Oh, that is an interesting one.
No, I think they had another album, and I think nobody gave a fuck about it.
Oh, they had a few albums.
Yeah.
The first album was really good, actually. Fundamental
It
Fundamental
was.
Elements of Southtown.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Right.
It's funky. It's got a bit of that monk.
But I don't really want to talk
But
about
didn't have all the songs. Didn't have
Yeah.
all the satellite songs.
Satellite, yeah, it's a good album as well.
Boom, Dave.
it. I want to
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
Head PE.
Oh, man. The hippies.
Hit me with another.
Because that one album's amazing, and then everything else is just like, what the fuck? Go back to the stuff
Yeah.
you were doing.
They're still on the go
Okay,
as well.
so yeah, I know they just released something, but then
Yeah, they're
what
still
we've
on
done
the go.
now is we've just talked about them, so we can't.
Thank you, Kearney. Thank you very much. That is Brown Stallion making an appearance. Pantera.
Pantera would fit that.
They would be interesting.
I
as well,
also think that
considering
if we put Pantera in, though, I almost guarantee 100% that Pantera's winning that poll.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
Oh, we should keep it to
True.
other stuff because everyone talks about Pantera and Metallica
True.
and Anthrax all the time. So like, why bother retreading what everybody knows, right? At least that's just my opinion.
very interesting, Mr. Bond. We'll
Yeah.
get something. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about lots of albums. You guys get to pick which one it is, and we will then list them in order and then argue amongst each other why we are all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a great album, dude.
Welcome to any metal forum ever.
Yeah,
True. True.
it'll work. That'll be good. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, check out Kyle stream on Friday though.
I'll be
You'll be
getting
rocking
sweaty live for your pleasure.
Yep. Yep. And
It's
then
true.
we'll be back with
Whoa,
another
cast
stream.
ready. Bam, bam, whoa, cast ready.
What about
bam,
that?
bam.
The Betrayer band. They're good for the today's topic. Bands that only had one release, and yeah, we've had one release that was in 2017, and we're working on stuff slowly but surely. But a certain pandemic and 2 children have fucked us. If the
Two
band,
children fucked you?
yeah, if the band members could stop having children, we'd have more time to write music.
Don't have children, that's the rule.
Yeah, don't have children. They're awful until they're not. Or is it the other way around?
Oh,
No.
typo. I would love to do typo negative, Paul, but Big Davey, not a typo fan. I try with him. Well, there's part of me that thinks that you should love that fucking band, and every time you're just like, eh.
Overrated.
Cabin Neku, hello, how you doing, dude?
Might be no, and plus they've got like, I think Typo's got like about 8 or 9 albums, so
It's a bit much. I don't think it's going to go over too well. I'm like, yeah, I like a few Typo songs.
It's so fucking just. Yeah, they're fucking amazing. I don't care. I love them. I
Right,
listen to
Starry,
them
we really
almost-
should. I've been trying so hard to get the band to put their fucking lives on hold. Families, careers, whatever the hell they want, they can do after the next album. In fact, I'm typing that in the goddamn band chat right now. Where is it? Hello. Done.
36 Crazy Fist might be a good shout.
Oh, yeah. Static X. I'd talk about Static X all fucking day.
Oh my god.
They are so good at playing one note. They are the best. They can pick that one note and it's the perfect note for the song, and they'll just go dun 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 dun. Or second note, dun dun dun. And I love them for it. They're amazing.
He's got a new album out. We could take a punt on Rob Zombie.
Bleeding Through. Now there's a shout.
Oh yes, that's an option. That like you know my love for the Bleeding Through.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
It's not because they got progressively hotter keyboardists.
They're absolutely playing to their strengths. You're right, Pixie. Duncan's
We're going
eyebrows
to
are
put a keyboard player in this band. Duncan's already in, but she has titties. double in.
Oh dear.
She was the most metal out of the lot of them. Like, see, on stage, she rocked out harder than any of them on that stage. And I was like, she's badass.
Yeah, I
Shit.
love Static X.
That'd be a good choice, actually. Bleeding Through, so that covers the kind of the metalcore option, right?
Although Caliban's quite a good one as well, actually, for that.
They've got a new one coming out which Dave refused to listen to because they're singing in German.
Fuck's sake.
If they were singing in Russian, Dave would listen to it.
No, wouldn't
You're a Atreyu. The rise and fall of Atreyu.
Caliban.
So we have Bleeding Through as one.
Yeah.
Are we collecting them right now?
So we might as well while people are here shouting things at us.
Yeah.
Bleeding Through. Get this written down, Dave, so we don't forget. Bleeding Through.
I've not got a pen.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's alright, I'll use my phone.
Bleeding Through.
Done. That's it, that's all I've got.
I noticed that Dave quickly brushed over when I was like, Rob Zombie, and Dave's like, Caliban.
I don't know. 'Cause Rob
What
Zombie,
about
you just talk about
Rammstein?
that's
Fuck
a good
you.
one. No, that is a good one because they have.
No, it's not.
It is
No, it's not.
because they've got like a weird thing where they'll do like.
Riecht so good.
Yeah, they've got that one song.
They did
What?
put out one song.
Oh, you are a lying shit.
Du hast.
See that? Listen to his vocals.
That's
He's gonna hit the
that's
brown
all
note in a
I've got.
second. Here comes the sun.
It's like English then German. Here comes
Here
the
come-
sauna.
Here comes the sun. Yeah.
Do do do.
Yep. Motor is awesome. Dave has never listened to it. Well, he has. He didn't like it
Not awesome.
because they sing German, and Dave doesn't like German.
I just listen.
German is the perfect language for metal. You
It's
could be
almost
saying, "I love your pretty
predisposed to-
face, and I wish to
and it
caress it
sounds
every
brutal.
night," and it sounds
Sounds
brutal.
brutal. Sounds brutal.
The words for "I love you" are "Ich liebe dich," and it sounds like not in the public, you know.
I don't. I'm not saying that I wouldn't listen to stuff that's in a different language. I'm just saying that I'm not going to connect with it like I do other stuff where I know what
Yes.
they're singing about.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Decapitated
That's
is a very good one. I will talk
Decapitated
about
should be the death metal one. Let's
Yeah.
get right. So that's
Jesus.
like
That's
death
that.
metal one
Right.
is right. Put that in then.
Oh,
Right. So
need a
we have
tissue.
Bleeding
I need a
Through.
tissue.
We've got Bleeding Through now for our hardcore one. We've got I can't even say that now.
Decapitated.
I couldn't even say that.
Decapitated is going to be our death metal band.
There we go, those two.
Once when I was drunk, and I was with my friend way back,
You're about
way
to
back,
say you decapitated someone. We are closing this call down hard.
and me and my friend we had acoustic guitars, and we started a decapitated cover band on acoustic guitar called Decaffeinated. The day after, we were like,
on
nah.
every word for that.
Yeah.
I hung on every single word there, and he slapped me in the face with his dirty chamois. Right, so we have two. Oh, where to go next?
That's why it never went anywhere, because we woke up the next day, we were like, Tool is a great
It's
option.
an interesting one because Dave never used to like Tool, and then he went through a wee Tool phase. So
Yeah.
difficult to talk about Tool and not sound like the geekiest guy ever, though.
True.
This song here,
Raven
the drummer
liked
is actually playing in the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah.
You might not know much about the Fibonacci sequence, but it's a combination of numbers that don't match, like prime numbers, but different. They do it, not only that, but Maynard manages to hit every syllable in time with the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, if you will. See what I mean? I like, as soon as I start talking about it, I instantly sound like a cunt. So
Try not
there's
to be
no
one
way
of
to
those.
do it. And by the way, everything I just said there is actually true. The song Lateralis on the album Lateralis is written and played in the Fibonacci sequence,
It's great.
aka the golden ratio, and it's fucking amazing. But trying to explain it to people is like watching the soul leave their eyes.
I can't believe Kyle's not mentioned Mastodon yet.
Mastodon would be a great shout.
It would be. But I mean, we'll all just devolve into another argument about what's the best album.
But that's what we want at the end. That's what we want. Let's get Mastodon covers the what genre are they ever seen?
Stone, Judge, Sludge, Stoner.
Let's say
Stoner Sludge.
let's say the big band, because they are. Mastodon could like,
They are.
they do headline arenas, so
Yeah.
they're the big band
Oh,
of the conversation.
There's a good one. What about Dillinger? There's a good one.
If you're putting Dillinger in, you can't put Mastodon in,
What?
How does that make any sense, Duncan?
because I saw Dillinger and Mastodon tour together, and now they are forever.
I saw
in it.
Ghost and
I saw them,
Metallica
man.
tour together.
Ghost and
Yeah, if you're
Gojira.
talking about Ghost, you don't talk about Metallica. Come on.
Just because
Plus,
James
we
played that
shouldn't-
one riff one time.
We should totally do Metallica just so me and Dave can talk about how amazing Saint Anger is and watch everyone leave. Like, everyone leave. Like, on force, everyone leave. Hi, he wears it round its neck and it never gets respect.
What about
Deftones.
Gojira?
Deftones. Well,
we did
done that.
Gojira on our podcast.
Ah,
We talked
yeah,
about,
of
we
course,
ordered all the
of
albums.
course,
Right, so wait, right, so what you want is, Deftones, but they've got what? They've got 8 albums now.
Yeah, maybe two
Raven, I'm not kidding. I was with another friend of mine who lives up the road actually, and we were also drunk and we listened to ABBA songs and we were picking out bits of ABBA songs that sound exactly like Ghost. So now we know
Because they
that
want to sound
that's
like
what,
ABBA.
yeah, that's what they are. That's exactly what they are.
That's why I kind of love them.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of love them.
Ghost is just
he's
ABBA, but with some
unashamed.
added Satan rubbed on it. That's it.
It's all you need.
Yeah, it's
All you
amazing.
need. It's like listening to Twin Temple and it's just doo-wop music all about Satan. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. So we have, if you're saying throwing in Dillinger and throwing in Mastodon, that gives us Dillinger, Mastodon, Bleeding Through, fucking Decapitated, and there was another one we mentioned, was there not? That's our 5, I think, isn't it?
No, I think we only got 4.
We don't have a new metal band. We need a new metal band.
Oh, I need a new metal band. It's not Slipknot.
Need a new metal band. Let's go. Let's go absolutely disgusting. Our new metal. Let's go with something that's just going to make us all cringe.
Yeah, Kieran.
Oh, what about Disturbed?
No.
She won't make no rah, ha, rah, ha, rah.
New metal is amazing, but we got to pick a band that's worthy of it. The thing is, once you've heard one Disturbed album, you've heard them all, and it's like, what can you talk about? You talk about the
yeah,
first one, it's like,
yeah.
and the rest were the same.
No, we've
you got-
talked too much about System of a Down. Oh, El Nino. Every single song has a song called Ti Amo, I Hate You. You told me they reformed. Didn't they reform or something recently?
something
With
about them
completely
coming
different
back.
members.
I think they did actually, yeah.
And it was a heavier sound, and I was just like, I can't. Like, as soon as the vocals come in, I was like, nah, out. Out.
I think it was a different vocalist though, is it no?
Haven't System of a Down switched their vocalist around now?
Have they?
Fucking sounds like it.
Hi-yo. Hey, new metal band. Taproot.
Mudvayne.
Mudvayne.
Taproot.
Incubus.
Darren can fuck off.
Seven Dust. Oh, too many albums, maybe.
No, far too many. They've got like 12 albums or some shit.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, this is the one where the drummer sounds really angry. This is the one where he doesn't do many guest vocals. We think he was ill.
Fun fact about Five Finger Death Punch: I'm endorsed by the same bass company as they are, and that's all I want to talk about Five Finger Death Punch.
Have knowledge
Chimera.
of 3 of their songs.
Yeah,
Chimera
I've
had
played
what,
one
5
of them.
albums?
Something like that.
That could be.
Very interesting, Mr. Bond. Cancer Bats. Not new metal, but Cancer Bats would be a good shout. Or Every Time I Die. But they've got, what, 6 or 7 albums?
You can fucking swear like a sick cunt on Twitch, yeah?
What else could we do? Something off the beaten track.
Yeah, what is that all about, actually? I never see swear words on my Twitch. Is that a setting somewhere?
Yeah, it's a setting somewhere.
That's why everything comes up as stars.
Yeah, it's because miners use the site as well, so it's an automatic setting that you have to opt out of.
Dave,
Right. What?
what about Dry Kill Logic?
What about Killing Joke? Oh, that's not really new metal.
How many albums? They all had 2 or 3?
3 albums, 2 EPs, I think. Not enough.
Too easy.
Not enough.
Need one more.
Black Dahlia
one
Murder
more.
released one album that I really loved, and that's about it. And it wasn't even their first one; it was like their 3rd or 4th. I think.
Plus,
I did
they're
a
not
review.
new metal.
Plus, they're not new metal.
They're not
no.
new metal. They're over on that kind of metalcore stuff.
Yeah,
which we
that's
already
true.
have with Bleeding Through. Oh, fuck off.
Fear Factory, is that new metal though? Well, they were like new metal before new metal was a thing.
Let me put forward the little album Digimortal to you, and then you can tell me if it's new metal or not. Can't
Yep.
tear me apart. Oh yes, I can. There we go.
No. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about them.
It's a good
I might
riff,
even
though.
be
It's
able
a
to
really
get
good
Dino
riff.
on the show. That'd be good.
Promote
Yeah.
these Kickstarter to fund the remaster of the album for a 3rd time?
Yeah.
Question mark. I
Godsmack.
paid a new guitarist to write my parts again. Dino Kazar.
Let's not get him on the show.
God's oh no, not Godsmack.
God.
Not Godsmack.
What about Cold Chamber? I'd love to talk about them. They've only got 3 albums over like a 15-year span.
They do. Cold Chamber would be interesting. Paul, I cannot say how much new metal disappoints me. You just listen to the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Tons of really great new metal albums. out there.
There's
Yes, there's a lot
falafel.
of shit. There's a ton of shit in there.
It's a breeze. Good to see you.
Mushroom Head have too many albums as well.
Too
Mushroom
many
Head are like
members.
freaking-
Oh my god.
and they also have too many members. And that last album was dog shite.
It was. I don't know. I listened to one of their albums. It was like one of their DIY albums, and like every song has a different fucking tone. What is going on?
Yeah.
Here? Like,
This must be the worst Twitch ever. It's just us painstakingly trying to think of.
I've seen
names.
worse. Trust me, we're fine. People are still talking. It's better than
Right,
some
oh,
partners.
fine. You know what you do? Oh, Brilliant as fuck, I love it. I'll just go through my album list and then I'll find one that makes sense.
Spine Shank. Yeah, but they only had like 2 albums.
Three albums.
Four.
3 albums. 4. What?
3 or 4. I think they might have had a 4th one. I may have made that up.
Oh,
Uh,
Marilyn Manson. He had quite a few, didn't he?
oh, he's up to album 8 or 9, I think.
Fuck that.
He's up to his neck in shit right now, and I'd rather not.
What about Creed? With arms wide open.
There's a couple of no bad albums.
That might be funny.
Whole albums of Dave? Or half albums?
Lorna Shore.
Like-
Is that new metal? I've not even heard of it.
It's a good album.
Oh yeah.
It's a good album.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
I want to do a new metal album now. Oh fuck me.
I really want to do a new metal album. Really, really, really.
All right, let's put the 8-string Doom thing on hold and do a new metal album. Duncan will sing
I'm
it.
down.
Dave will play the
Down to
drums
clown.
and do some weird vocals because apparently he can.
And that's the name of the album, by the way, Dim to Clown. Holy crap.
Drowning Pool. Didn't they have one album? No, they had 2.
3 or 4, I think.
Really?
Their vocalist changed, then they got the Soil vocalist in for Soil.
Devil
Something
Tree
like that shit.
Kill. There we go.
Devil Tree Kill with the album Down to Clown.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't lose. It's too
Writes
great to
itself.
The
lose.
album
It really
cover
writes
is a
itself.
clown mask on a dead tree in a misty.
love it.
There we go. We've done it. We've
Writes
made the
itself,
album.
It writes itself.
Yeah. Write this down. Somebody write it down in a DM to me, and we'll be on it.
Kitty.
Oh, I would talk about Kitty all day because they're fucking amazing.
Okay.
And they do go through a massive musical change.
They do,
And that
yeah.
they sound like whichever band is popular that year.
Right.
So, hi-yo. Shots fired.
Were the other albums any good though?
They are just
like
totally
I
not
like
the
to-
same as the first.
I liked the first 2 albums. I thought the first 2 albums were good.
Hmm.
And then handfuls of songs on the other albums. You hate the drummer, so that's going to be an issue all the way through it. Dave's going to be like that. The drums sound shite.
At least they're not
So that's
fake.
literally Dave doesn't. Oh, hi-yo.
At least they're real drums.
Shots fired. Not enough albums. Not enough albums. Not enough albums.
You're just going through your big list of new metal bands.
I'm literally going through my trying to think. There will be one in here that'll be like that. That's the obvious choice, and it should have always been the choice. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Because it's new metal, and trying to get bands that have 5 albums for a start is not going to be easy because those are the bigger bands. Once again, I swing back to Rob Zombie.
Oh, I don't know. Because that
Power
first
Man
album was
5000.
amazing. Power Man 5000.
One good album.
That's true. They have one good album. It's literally it.
OTEP. Oh no, no. OTEP.
Fuck that. Never in a million years. Never. Not with a barge pole.
I'll
Not with
give
a
them their
barge
due.
pole.
That EP they released,
It's fucking amazing.
Tavares Tra or something like that.
Yeah,
Whatever it's
Art
called.
Saves. It was Art Saves backwards.
Oh, was that what it was? Right.
Yeah, because she was witty
great
that way,
EP.
Dave. It's a
Yes,
great EP,
yes.
and then they remastered the songs on the album, and they sounded shit. Korn's got too many albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking about calling that. Yeah, if you cut it off around the take a look in the mirror, then yeah, but other than that, no.
I quite liked that last album. I'm going to stick with it. I also love the dubstep album. Fuck he's
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love
actually.
them too.
that
but there's
dubstep
just too
album's
many.
fucking is great.
It's great fun.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I was thinking about the face that I would get if I said 30 seconds to Mars, Dave.
Oh,
Look at the face. No.
God.
No. God damn you,
It
Duncan.
is the same expression as stank face, but it means the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, my headphone. Got too excited there. No, I'm actually not finding much.
What
that we can
about-
do. With 5 albums anyway, it's going to be
How
difficult.
many did Mudvayne do?
4.
Mudvayne did about the 5, I think. Actually. Mudvayne... I think it's 5, Dave. I think
Is
it's
it?
Act
What
1,
universe
2,
is
3.
Soundgarden new metal? Good
No,
shout,
it's
though.
4. Well, it's technical 4.
Didn't they do an EP?
They did, that's what boosts it up to 5. But,
Yeah.
the EP is technically their debut kind of remastered, and it's not very good.
No.
Oh, Baby Metal only has 3 albums.
What a
Yikes.
shame. Lacuna Coil.
Yikes.
We're not naming metal bands. We're trying to think of a new metal band with
New
5
metal band.
with about 5 albums we can talk about next time. Hazzles, welcome in, by the way. Lacuna Coil's a good one.
It's not really new metal though.
It's not very
Nah.
good.
All right, fine.
You're a bad man.
I was gonna say American Head Charge, but they only had 3. No, they had 4.
4? 4 albums? 3. No, 3. 3 in an EP.
Ah, yeah.
What about Clawfinger?
Clawfinger.
I mean, granted, they've got a few more than was probably accepted. Well, no, 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they technically got 6, but there's 5 listed on. Clawfinger would be good. He's not biting. Fuck it. Stained?
Stained.
Fuck no.
Soulfly.
Oh
Soulfly.
God, no. No, Dave. No. Why do you hate us? Don't hate us. Dog Fashion Disco?
I talk about them for a long time.
No.
Dave hates them.
Non-point.
Ooh, non-point have a few more than acceptable, but
Oh, do
I could talk about some non-point. I could do some
What
non-point.
about, how many did Chimera have? Did they have more than 5?
Chimera had 4, I think, wasn't it?
And discography.
Plus, Chimera were new metal for 1 album.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I knew that.
5 or 6. It doesn't have to be exactly on the 5, but it has to be more than. I would even say 4's fine,
Yeah.
As long as it's not
this-
an EP.
as long as it's not an EP. Yeah.
Mhm.
Human
Right.
Waste Project.
Oof, that's
think-
old school.
That is old school, but I think they only had 1 or 2 albums.
Yeah.
Oof,
Just the
Linear
one, yeah.
77. Kearney, that's old school as well.
That is, yeah.
Hooper stank.
Hooper stank. I always thought that sounded like a vacuum manufacturer, like Dyson.
Does Slayer count? Slayer only had 1 new metal album, so no.
And it's a fucking
It was-
great album.
The best
It's their
album.
best album.
We could talk about
watch
how
the Slayer
hilar-
fans revolt.
we could talk about how hilarious Kid Rock is.
Kid Rock's got like about 1 million albums.
I
Only had
know.
like about 5 before he got signed, like properly with his Cowboy. See, when his wee pal died, that's when his music went shit.
Yeah. I'm still up for Mudvayne. I'll talk about them for ages in the weird time signatures.
Yeah, I think Mudvayne might be
Could
the
Yeah.
might be the
Could be.
the kind of
1 minute
defaulty-
silence.
Ooh.
Like, no.
We talk a lot about System of a Down on the show, so the
Yeah.
plan is to try and do an ordering of the albums at the end, and we will like them
Kid
on the album.
Rock. Why? System of... Oh, Jesus. I don't think I can talk any more about them without
Yeah.
melting into a pile of unwanted shit. Just like they did.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So we've got at least we've got an idea for our next stream
Yeah,
last
we've got
Wednesday
enough in
of the
there.
month.
We've got enough in there. Yeah.
What about Trapped?
Do you want to get us booted from the internet?
We don't have to say nice things about them.
Once again, do you want us booted from the internet? So that's a no one. That's a Kobayashi Maru of. That's a Star Trek joke, by the way. Kobayashi Maru of conversations. The no one situation. You don't like CKY, do you, Dave? That would have been an interesting one.
It's because they can't spell sky.
It's abbreviation for Can't Kill Yourself.
Sure.
How did you not know that? How did you
Yeah.
not know that?
It
Come
was-
on.
I'm pretty sure they're not fucking trying hard enough.
No, plus they don't sound the same anymore.
We'll come up with a final band,
Yeah. As it stands, Mudvayne are first.
possibly.
Yeah, they're leading the charge.
Yeah.
Unless we think of a better one.
We can
Tony
do better.
Hawk. What? CKI. Tony Hawk. Now Tony Hawk What did I heard something about Tony Hawk today, actually. Tony Hawk's son has got a band. They've got an album coming out.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah,
No way!
yeah.
Beard Dog,
Kinda-
Beard Cog, sorry. Thank you for the subscription. That's awesome of you. Thank you very much.
Ooh, no, we can't do
All that money is going to
It's
go
too-
into my music video budget for Breathe, the 9-string cover I did of Prodigy's Breathe, which, if you're around on Friday, I'll probably play for you on my 9-string guitar. Live, and it's really hard.
Not new metal, but what about 4 Years Strong?
Yeah, that's a good one.
4 years strong.
Yeah, sorry,
Interesting.
sorry, Beard Cog. I didn't mean to call you dog. I've got terrible eyesight, and it's quite late.
That's right, beardy dog.
Beard Dog. Oh, that's
Have a shave.
Have a shave, you pirate. My name's Beard Dog. I'm gonna
Beard
fuck your
Dog.
wife.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, me too. I've run out of ideas.
Drawing.
There will be a poll.
There will be a
You can
poll.
vote.
We'll put it in the new Discord and probably the old one too. I say old one. It's
New
mine one. It's not old.
Punch my microphone.
Don't punch your mic.
No, Paul, what did it ever do to you?
Such a violent person.
New
Yeah.
Discord. Link is in the chat.
It's in the chat.
It's in the cat. Right, with that, I think it's our turn to raid, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how we abandon this, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. A stream is never finished; it is only abandoned. Whew.
Indeed.
I know, Raven. I've got it typed in. Yeah, I think with that, we'll call it a day.
Thank you, everyone.
It's been a good 3-hour stream. I've had a great, fun time. These two have as well, wherever they are on the screen.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for all the raids. That's insane. We've had like 4
Yeah.
raids today.
Thank you.
New subscriptions, 6 new subscriptions, mostly gifted from Kieran. So thank you, Kieran. Thanks Raven for
Nice.
hanging out, being awesome. Great
Thank you.
moderator right there, and editor now. Congratulate her on her promotion to editor.
Oh, congratulations. Yes, Duncan is still alive.
Yes.
Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep cause I miss you, Chad.
Abort,
And I
Kyle,
don't wanna miss a thing.
Ah, if he only knew, he's been muted the whole time. He hasn't. I'm kidding. No, don't give me that.
I'm on to you.
Join
Next time I come, more songs from the 90s. I'm gonna memorize them all.
Sounds
That's
good.
right.
I'll prepare a backing track of metal.
Sounds good. I'll not be there.
Yeah.
This is Kyle signing off.
Yeah. Bye. I was going to say some stuff. Yeah, Friday afternoon, evening, I'll be streaming some of my own metal live performance. I'll be playing it on guitar.
Nice.
So check that out, and we will be back with the Epidemic podcast end of April. 28th, was it? Wednesday, the 28th of April. We'll be back with this talk show.
Yes.
And then Duncan can take it from here and tell us about all the other stuff that Metal Epidemic does. So
Yes, Duncan.
Yes.
Dave,
we do,
sorry.
We do. Yeah, Duncan can do it in a way
I
which
was
doesn't
looking at
sound
Duncan's
anywhere nearly
face, trying to
prepared.
think of Dave's name.
We back in the day we had a band member who we had to let go, and in the process of letting go, he got let's put it this way, a bit angry about it. And in the anger, I think he confused me and Dave, because he started saying like Dave never used to do anything. I used to go drinking with him like every second weekend. I think he thought that I was Dave, and he'd been in the band for years, and that's when I realised he had to go, Dave, and I regretted nothing. Dave, there's tons of things happening in the old Metal Epidemic.
Tons.
Tell us about them.
Well, firstly, tomorrow, or just now, Metal Epidemic Discord server goes live officially tomorrow, but the link is in the chat if you want to join. I'll put
Please
another link
do.
in there just while I'm there. We have more reviews going up on YouTube this week and next. We've recorded a bunch of album reviews, so they'll be going up on our YouTube channel, so check that out, youtube.com/Metal Epidemic. Written reviews on the website, metalepidemic.com, from likes of Paul and Raven. They're also reviewing for the site as well. So check out the reviews online. We are going to be recording another podcast for audio podcast for Spotify and all that sort of stuff next week. So that'll probably drop at the end of next week. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. There'll be album reviews on that as well. Anything else? Anything else coming up that I can think of? Reactions, yes, we've started doing the reactions again. So again, check out the YouTube channel for the reactions. We've got another one of them dropping probably tomorrow, I think. And there'll be more of them on the horizon. So keep your eyes open for those.
Yeah.
So plenty coming up, plenty.
Loads of stuff. Can't get rid of them. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Every week now, every Wednesday is recording time for us. So
yeah,
it's great. Love it.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Lots
And if you like the music you've been listening to this whole time, check out the stuff I make. It's free for use on streams and all that stuff, and I'm not going to DMC strike anything, so don't worry about it. And it's pretty cheap as well and awesome. So I mean, tooting my own horn.
Yeah.
But no one else is going to do it. I live alone.
Hey, if you've got a horn to it, that's what I say.
Yeah, I
True.
agree. Cool. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We're going to go raid my friend
Thank you,
Grimly, who's awesome. Currently playing World of Warcraft. So if you like that, hang out. He's a great guy. I'll see you guys later. We'll all see you guys
Cheers
later.
from me and Brown
Bye.
Stallion.
And Brown Stallion.
Oh dear. Oh.